What is up, buds? Welcome to Weed&d, the pot positive live tabletop role-playing experience. I am your dungeon master for the night, Brandon Allen McClanahan, but you can call me Bam, because those are my initials, so, you know, it makes sense to do that. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. This week we are doing our Christmas sesh. Obviously, it's the 29th and not the 25th, you know, when Christmas is. But we were like, man, what could this year use? But a little extra Christmas. You know, I don't think anybody's going to fight us on this. I think we could all use a little bit extra. So we are giving away some cool stuff this week. Weed&d is like Santa Claus, just rolling around, dropping dime bags in your chimney. One real exciting thing to take care of right first, we did do the Create a Theme giveaway drawing, and it is our bud, one of our Twitch buds, Crits and the Tantrums, that ended up winning that. So Crits, I will be reaching out to you. Keep an eye out for that email, and then we will get you set up with Sandy. And you'll get to pick a theme to get made for the show. So that's pretty exciting, man. Congratulations. I know you've been pushing for a kindly theme, so, you know, not saying you have to, but I'd like to see that too. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. On the giveaway front, be sure to follow us, Art Hard Studios. That's the production company. That's the lovely studio we're in that makes the show happen. Art Hard Studios on Instagram. We are doing a cool D&D giveaway. We're giving away LSD. That's right, lipstick and dice. So we are doing a little giveaway this week. Go and make sure, you know, check out the Instagram, follow the rules there. That'll enter you to win. If you win, you get a pair of a set of dice and a nice little lipstick tube as well. So definitely go hop over to Instagram, get yourself entered in that. You don't want to miss out. Who doesn't want more dice? I'm literally surrounded by dice, and I still wish I had more just covering my body. Last thing, which is kind of cool because this is our Christmas sesh, we wanted to do something kind of special, especially for the buds who make it out here every Tuesday and spend this time with us. We really appreciate you guys. We will be doing another one for our YouTube people down the line, but this one is just for Twitch. We will be giving out a $25 Amazon gift card tonight. There will be, I believe it's just type Weed&d, hashtag Weed&d in chat. Should enter you to that. And yeah, at the end of the night here tonight, just before we wrap up, I'm going to go ahead and pull a winner. You have 24 hours to you know, acknowledge that you won. If not, it'll go to the next person, and we'll just keep skipping forward. So yeah, man, $25. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody, man. We honestly, this show's just been a rock for us through all this. So it's my very great pleasure to be here with my very favorite people doing my very favorite thing. And that is the greatest game ever made, Dungeons & Dragons. So man, I think that's just about everything. I made a list because I have a tendency to forget things. And my list, it looks complete. So, nope, I lied. The Discord one-shot. Yes. You have until December 31st to join the Weed&d Discord. There will be information either in the Twitch chat or the doobly-doo if you're on YouTube. Go ahead and follow that. Join the Discord. And if you do, you will be there will be drawing 5 people at random from the Discord server to play a one-shot ran by me. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. Get a chance to hang out with some of the buds and play some D&D. I'm working on this little bank heist thing that I think might be the way to go. I'm still putting the finishing touches on it now. But man, yeah, I'm super stoked. Please come join Discord. I would love to play some D&D with you guys, even if only for a night. So yeah, Amazon gift card, Discord giveaway, Instagram. We are just giving stuff away this week. I love it. And speaking of giving away, I think I'm going to give this joint here away by passing it through the magical fibers of the internet to my dear friend, Brenna Folger. Brenna, how you doing, girl?
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I'm so ho happy to be here with my cocoa and my headband, and I've got my scarf, and I'm all ready for some Christmas magic delivered straight to our faces from Bam. Oh golly, oh my golly, oh my gosh. I'm gonna pass this over to Abby.
Oh my goodness, and I think the Christmas spirit transformed it and placed it on a magical little brand new roach clip that Santa bam delivered to me. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the Insta dandies saw it first. Ew, and they also caught some hot fire new information about that LSD giveaway. Ooh, but you know what? I'm in my jammies. I'm Abby Dandy, also tennis smooth hands, and I'm ready to frackin' slam a lamb. What do you got for me, Drewby? Ooh, passing it on to you.
What up, buds? Drew, Thorcus the dwarf. Getting cold up in here. That's why Papa's in his jammies. He likes to get slammied in his jammies. What can I say? let's get this done, baby. I'm saying, thank you for the weed, by the way. You're the best. That's baby. Yeah, so glad you guys are here with us on this fucking whirlwind adventure that we just seem to keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. So may I pass a little something for the G's? All right, best friend, I'm gonna pass a little something on to you.
Receive, best friend. Thank you very much, and welcome back, buds. Jake Taylor here as Real Author Von once again, ready for a holly jolly good time with y'all and my best buds. I just can't fucking wait. The shit we get into, it just keeps getting better and better, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. I love y'all so much. You know who else I love? I love you, Gus. Have yourself a little weed.
Oh, man. All right, what's up? Yeah, Christmas. I am Santa Multiple Blunts White Claws, and I am ready to let this game out of the sack. Let's do it. Ah!
What? It turned into a bong. The internet truly is magical. I actually brought this back out because an interesting thing. We did a little name this guy last week, and some of the buds got out. Crits, I loved yours, but we ended up going with Dark Apocalypse. Anyway, he named it, he called it the Green Hornet, because it's got the little stingy guy, and it's green and black. And, Seth Rogen, so it's kind of meta. I love it. All right, so we got a little ritual we like to do around here. Maybe you've heard about it, maybe you haven't, but we like to take a little lighter, like this festive green number that I've got right here. Make sure we're not going to light anything, any friends, any household pets on fire, and go. Light as up. Ooh, let's play some fucking D&D, guys.
WeeDnD, high fantasy, literally for you and me. So load up bowl and make a roll to take control. WeeDnD.
Ooh, boy, I am ready. I don't know about you guys, but if you'll please allow me to set the mood. When last we left the Ferocious Five, they stood before a great gingerbread warrior on a snowy plain in regions unknown. Only moments before, they stood within the prison of Auntie Agatha Frogwort, the hag that had twisted the dreams of Thoricus Onyxheart. After the five banished the grape ape of the jester and appeased the spirits of the ancient heroes within the purified garden, they pressed onward, going deeper within the earth and confronting the old hag at last. She revealed to the five that Rial was not who he or they had thought he was, explaining that he was the result of a fractionation ritual which removed the goodness from Sithis Othravon and poured it into a new being, the being now known as Rial. Determined to turn the five over to Queen Mab, the dark mistress of the winter court of the Feywild, Agatha summoned a portal that pulled the five within, transporting them to the icy Stormfield. Ooh. All right, guys. We jump back in. You feel the blast of this cold blast of snowy wind just pushing you around, pushing your hair in front of your face. You feel your clothes flapping around you in all directions. Your knees, up to just above your shins are buried in this thick, puffy white snow. You're all disoriented, having only moments before been underground in the prison of Auntie Agatha, and you're all looking around, trying to figure out just where this strange magic has transported you. You look off on the horizon. The wind is too harsh to even see farther than 25, 30 feet away. You look around and you see very little. Brunor, the serpent. You're backing up, your green hair being pushed into your face. You wipe it away, and a great slick of ice just shoots off of your hand. And you feel your back bump into something. You turn around, you look up, and you see a great, giant gingerbread man. He stands 12 feet tall with red dot eyes and a green smile with 3 white dots down the center of his chest. It looks like he's wearing some sort of battle bracelets of white and red that are strewn along at the wrist, matching also at the ankles, yellow and red. You see in his hand he's wielding this giant 6-foot-long candy cane that's been broken in half, jetting sharp pieces of this red, green, and white hardened candy stick out. You see the remnants of what looks like a strawberry jam dripping off the end of this large candy cane. You turn around, trying to grab your bearings, and you can't really see anything else. He's so broad in front of you that he blocks out the horizon around you. Brunor, you notice as this gingerbread man begins lifting the candy cane back. What do?
I'm gonna dodge. I'm gonna roll out of the way roll out of the way and pick up my shield.
All right. You see you quickly dodge to the side, kind of rolling over, Brian always kind of down at your back left foot now, always seemingly on guard. You see even he kind of standing in a position, pushing his big squat shoulders up. Brian, not really used to this kind of climate, seemingly having a little bit of trouble with this kind of extreme cold. You see even his giant, massive frame is half buried in the snow. And he seems extremely, disoriented, as are you. You see as the candy cane swings down at you, you quickly, just kind of do a little military roll over the top of Brian, and he instinctively rises his wing up and blocks the candy cane to the side. You look down and you see half buried in the snow the handle of your the shield you normally use, not the maiden's bort, but the shield you normally use. You quickly, grab it, slide it into your arm. There's a little bit of cold snow on the armrest that you kind of wiggle your arm through.
Cool. Okay, so I can't really see anything. Is there any way that I can get my bearings a little bit more?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. So it's going to be with disadvantage because this storm is just so vibrant.
Well, I rolled a 20, so.
Oh, crit! All right. Well, let's hit that.
Whoa, crit!
We got a little ritual for our new fans. We take hits on crits. That includes ones because we like to have fun. So I actually have a map for you guys. Let me bring you over out of our beautiful intro screen. Let me shift and bring you guys to where you're at. But as you can see, the ground around you see no distinguishing marks on the horizon. The only real thing that you gauge in, before making this awesome perception check that you have, you kind of look around, and you can now, you kind of shift yourself downward, and you look through, the triangle part of his legs, where his round legs come up to a point. And he's so tall, you kind of squat down, both to give yourself a better defensive position, and also to kind of look behind him. And you do actually see, at the edge of your vision range, probably about 30 feet, you see about 5 more shadows appearing in this little area as the wind breaks and your vision is allowed to see him. They share the same outline as this guy, you would assume, perhaps similar beasts.
Okay, can I call out to this thing? Will it be able to hear me?
Yeah, so the wind is super loud. You can absolutely try to call out to it, though.
Hey, brother! Hey! That's not very tubular of you!
You see it looks down at you with this big looming face, and you see its white icicle mouth suddenly starts to move. We will kill you in the name of the Queen! And you're like, wait, what? That's not the voice I expected to come out at all. But yes, this animalistic, sharp cutting tone actually comes from this round candy mouth.
That's cocaine, just so everyone knows. We're not really gonna have a conversation. Just throwing that out there. Not a lot of reasoning going on right now.
You don't think he's gonna want to start talking to us about starting a business or something with all that cocaine in his mouth? Is that
Never know.
come out of the bathroom really
You never know.
suspiciously? All right. Why are all these guys going into the bathroom? I don't know why. This must be.
Does anybody have any good app ideas?
You want to develop an app?
Can everybody else hear this guy, or I'm like, we're all on.
All of you
on
heard
each
it,
other.
yeah. You know, like I said, it's about half the volume of what you can hear through my dulcet tones because of the blowing of the wind. But yes, you hear that strange, like oddly out of place voice for this beast. Kind of scratching at you that it plans to kill you in the name of the queen.
But like, why?
The ritual! Talk no more! And you see it swings back one more time, Bruno. It's going to take a swipe at you. This is with... Oh, crit! Ooh, Christmas crits! Oh my gosh. Man, that was
I'm already super high, guys.
Yeah.
we're 2 crits to start the show. I think that's a new record for us.
It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
All right, so candy cane strikes. You take. Let me roll. It does an additional 4 because of the crit. Ooh, nice. You take 11 damage. Brunor, you see that this beast moves faster than you would think. You're kind of gauging it based on the length of its arms and legs. It should take it longer to move around. A beast this size, you're set properly, but it moves at a speed that betrays the body before you. And you see this sharp jetting candy cane stabs you in the side. Just barely breaking in through at the side of your armor. You feel the sharp twang of this sweet treat stabbing you in the side. You quickly knock it away, and a piece of the candy cane breaks off inside you.
Bam, what size is the creature?
This is a large creature.
Okay. Thank you.
So most of your combat maneuvers are effective in this place.
Just want to make sure.
But yeah, Brunor, you kind of, you knock the candy cane. It stabs it. I'll give it to you, Brunor. This is kind of a narrative. We're not like in a full initiative or anything. So it stabs at you. What do you want to do?
Okay. So I get stabbed, and I go, ouch, like I do when something hurts. Ow. Okay, yeah, I want to look right at him and I'd be like, well, take me to your queen then! You son of a bitch, take me to her!
And then he's basically like, that's what I'm trying to do! And he's trying to stab at you again.
So I want to hit him, like, narratively, I just want to hit him away with my shield and go, Finn just asked me to go, John!
Right.
Just tell me you want me to go and I'll go, you
As you're talking with this one, Thoricus, you're like, is she trying to reason with this large gingerbread man? You're kind of like, the wind is blowing in your eyes as well. But Thoricus, there's something about the ground around you that just feels so familiar. Not necessarily the location, but the situation. You feel like all of your defensive training, your battlefield preparation is almost highlighting positions on this wide open space around you. A tactical fighter, Thoricus, you don't like to be exposed and wide out in the open like this. It gives you very little, as far as the way of planning for your next move. And so as you, are watching Brunor get basically poked at, basically it just keeps attacking her and she just keeps knocking it away with her shield. Brunor is clearly a much better warrior than this thing. So it's swinging very, it's telegraphing its attacks. And Drew, that new training that you have, even when you look at this thing, you're like, dude, I could wax this guy. Like there's no form to him. And so you're just, this moment is kind of sitting upon you and you're looking around like, where is my spot on the horizon? Where could I get us to? And you look and you're like, perhaps there. You look to the north and you see what looks like the shadowed ridge of perhaps a hill or something. But as your eyes are focusing through the blowing windstorm, suddenly you see it's actually the 5 shapes that I had explained to Brunor walking closer toward you.
Damn it. Just give me hope that I could crush all my dreams.
But Thoricus, it's on you now, so it's like, what do you want to do?
Well, so I don't see any type of...
You can give me an investigation check, a perception check as well. I'm sorry. Honestly, you could argue either way. I would be fine with both. So whichever one you're better at, feel free to use. Investigation or perception. I'm not going to give you the disadvantage of the snow, again, because for some reason, again, this place, you feel oddly comfortable here. So a 15's not bad. But unfortunately, again, this storm is one of the most wild snowstorms you've ever seen. You know, it's almost like being like right in the heart of a blizzard. And it's just, you're trying to make things out, and you swear you see a shadow, and then you realize it's just some ice, you know, stuck on your eyebrow, and you wipe it away, and you keep looking up. But again, it's that you feel like you're on pins and needles, like everything is calling to you specifically right now. You're like looking around, and you're like, I've got it. Like this is my spot. Like you feel that instinct kicking in. Exactly.
This is what I do.
Yeah, baby.
Hold on, children. I was gonna walk you through this. Let me show you how you get shit done.
You see Thoricus kind of gesturing at you guys as he has before, as you've snuck into places. You all kind of tighten your formation a little bit so you can hear each other. Brunor, literally, you're just like standing there listening to him, looking at Thoricus while it's attacking you, and it's so bad that you're just knocking the thing away while he's talking. You're like,
Brunor, quit farting around with that thing and get on over here.
I can hear you. Just go ahead.
All right, just don't die from here. He hit you once already. I saw it.
He did crit.
It's just a flesh wound. It's
All
fine.
right. So guys, let's stick together. We move in formation. We have each other's sixes. Everyone has each other's back. We will take these things down one by one. Let's try and separate them so that we don't get fucking surrounded and ass fucked by gingerbread men, because that is a weird war story to tell.
Yeah, let's eat some cookies.
Do it. We're the Ferocious Five, and we're here to fuck shit up.
All right.
When David says eat some cookies, can Brian take a bite at this cookie?
Yes.
This man?
Yes. Please give me an attack for Brian.
Yeah. Let me hold on. That was the one. I will pull it up right now, and here I bam. And he got a 9.
9. Unfortunately, yeah, not good enough. You see Brian's like, he's so excited that he opens his mouth way too wide. And as he goes to bite, he actually sucks. You know, it's like when you're eating a cannoli and you like, you get a little, you get a little powder in your throat. You get a little powder. He gets one of those, but it's snow. So he opens his mouth back, and you see it just sucks in this big snowball, and he kind of like chokes on it again. He's just so, it's like, gosh, being in the snow and the storm, this is complete, you know, he's never probably been in the snow. You never asked him, but you know, he never, you know, volunteered any you know, famous skiing stories or anything with you. So, but yes, unfortunately, you do see Brian, the urge is there. Yes, eating cookies sounds like right his bag. But unfortunately, he does manage to choke himself on a little bit of snow. We're gonna go ahead now that we've kind of, we're in there. We're gonna do us CRITSmas.
Yeah.
All right, so
it's so icy.
Don't forget to select your token before you roll initiative, and it'll put in. Let me clear the tracker real quick. I lied to you all. I didn't clear the tracker yet. Oh, Brandon knows how to use Roll20, and then he does this.
Oh my goodness.
You so mama weird.
All right, so now there we go. Now it's open. It's fresh. It's new. Go ahead and give me your CRITSmas. Patent pending. I would never patent that. I don't think it's so niche. You would only use it once.
Did you clear it again?
Yeah.
Did I? It may have just gone through. It was acting a little slow. I did click it twice. Just check. Let's make sure. First off, it's Christmas. Yeah, you're the only one not on there, Thoricus, so I probably did clear yours.
No!
There he is with his 3. I bet you had great initiatives the other times too, didn't you?
21.
Like a good DM right here would be like, yeah, I saw the roll, man. I'm totally gonna. But it's like way better for me to not let you do it. Like you're overthinking it. You're like sitting there like, should I go north or take 2? It's like when you go in chess and you're just waiting for like an hour and a half, and then you end up doing the thing you were gonna do the whole time anyway. I've been playing a lot of chess. I apologize. All right, so let's see what what our gingerbread. The Gingerbreadnaughts got.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I was proud of that. I'm not. 1! That's a crit too.
Wow. Oh yeah, fuck, you forgot to for both of ours. God damn it.
Oh no, you rolled a 1 too.
No, I rolled 21, motherfucker.
Guys, that's 4 crits in like 8 rolls. All right, we owe 2. If you're playing along at home, not that you have to, feel free not to. But we did.
Crit
A double. And actually, Thorcus, your dex is higher, so you will go before them. Even my best.
And it's Christmas. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nice.
It's Christmas. Come on.
Drew, how many times do I have to curse you before you realize I'm not nice?
You got to crack another bowl already. This is ridiculous.
Hang on. All right, I need to sort it in descending order, guys. No, that's not it. I see what I did. I'm doing great. We're smoking so much already. All right. Well, I got a 0. Sweet. So, okay.
Happy holidays, guys.
You got a mole egg?
10. Mole egg. Guacamole egg. All right. So, 10 of smooth hands. You know, the moment sets upon you first. You quickly look around. You know, that protector instinct once more covering you. You know, you like that you have all your friends where you can see them, where you can reach them with your spells or magic. You too have at this point made out the outline of the 5 figures coming along to the north. And as your turn begins, you also become aware of a small group of 4 more coming in over here from the west side. You see him again, probably a little farther away, like right at that 35, right where the storm gets so, intense you can't really make anything out. But you see more of those shadowy figures just a little bit farther off than the ones to the north of you.
And there's just something spicy in the air, you know? It feels a little crunchy, you know? And it reminds me of the Feywild. And I don't like that. And I want to make sure the 5 is protected.
Super.
And so I want to. So it's really loud and windy, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to hear.
I hope
So
telepathy right now.
I want to cast thaumaturgy on my voice and to like magnify it so everybody can hear me. And I want to say, we can't be unprepared when we see the queen. And then I want to cast Spirit Guardians.
Awesome.
Sort of
Heck
like
yeah.
prepare and protect all of us. And I kind of want them to look like mistletoe and holly because, Shantia is bountiful and life-giving in many forms.
Yeah, heck yeah. Calls right to you, girl. You bring out, the bounty nature, the cornucopia. What better for a holiday than a warm meal with those you love? Calling upon all those wonderful feelings that this winter wonderland that whirls around you calls upon. You begin summoning up your spirit guardians. And so it's 15 feet, correct? Yes. So you see all of you, the 5, you see as you're kind of planted down in this position, each of you preparing to kind of guard a certain corner, waiting for Thorcus or Brenna or, anybody to kind of call what's going to go down next. Suddenly, this swirl of light just starts spinning around you guys, spinning even faster and in the opposite direction of the windstorm itself. So you watch for a moment as the snowflakes kind of halt in the air and then are pushed back the other way as these mistletoes and various like holiday festive pine cones and the smell of cinnamon strikes the air. But in this bounteous warmth of this harvest shield that she's put around you, there's also the bite of the magic of Tina Smooth Hands as she summons these spirits to protect the area in a 15-foot radius around you.
Dope.
Oh, wait.
Yes. And I
Wait.
believe that
Oh, yeah, you got
was a bonus action. And I still have an action that I can make. And I just want to toast this cookie closest to me.
Let's toast this cookie. Yeah, heck yeah.
Toast this cookie.
Cheers. Hit him with the cocoa.
Yeah, I just want to keep moving forward and cast Sacred Flame on this.
Awesome.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll give you the thaumaturgy. I'm just so we don't get any flack.
yeah.
I'm giving you that before the battle. So that's this cool, awesome thing. Everybody can hear you. So yeah, you still have your cantrip. Go ahead and give me a.
She did tell us about the ones to the west.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
It's a really important
I
thing,
want to
guys.
inform everybody. Hey guys, there's people coming.
Whenever you see something that no one else sees, just let us all know where we're coming from.
There's a whole nother sleeve of cookies.
Let's say, yeah, Mr. 360-degree seer guy. Yeah, maybe you could help out a lot with that.
Oh, I've seen all the cookies. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, Divot, you know, you've got
okay,
your
go
vest
ahead.
of eyes on, so you're just like, this snowstorm, whereas normally you're like, oh, I can see in all direction around me. That makes the hindrance of this storm almost more powerful at the same time. You know, it's like, not only can you not see, you can't really see in all directions right now. So you're just like, you know, you're trying to figure out, again, this magic item, very powerful, but still very new. You know, you're still kind of learning the tricks to it. But yeah, you absolutely, you know, you're aware of the ones coming to the west as well. So Tinnis, so as you move forward, yeah, you actually pump it with the spirit guardians. So it's going to take. Let me just make sure it doesn't get a saving throw. It does get a saving throw.
Shit.
What a bitch.
I rolled a 7, so it takes 7. All right, so Tinez, you don't even actually get your sacred flame off yet. So as you walk forward, you see the mistletoe, you know, one of the first ones that emanated out of your storm, suddenly like turn on an edge and like a ninja star starts spinning around the outside wheel of this 15-foot radius around you. You watch as that mistletoe goes right across the throat of this giant gingerbread man. And you watch as this spray of strawberry jam literally sprays out. And Brunor, once more, you find yourself covered in this syrupy red liquid. But it's strangely hot. It's like very hot. So hot that you actually see steam. It's not so hot that it burns you, but it's so hot that you can actually see steam coming off of it as it lands upon your armor and frame. You watch as the giant gingerbread head falls backwards and lands, you know, right at the ankles on the other side of it. And then you watch as the gingerbread man falls backwards over it, landing on his own head. No longer moving. You can still use your spiritual weapon on another one if you would like. I just wanted you to know you already killed that one, so.
Ow.
Nice job, Tina.
Well, I think that'll do
I
it.
do
for me.
declare.
Oh, give me your spiritual. You said you were going to do sacred flame, right?
Yeah. I can still do that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's what I was saying. Is by casting your spirit guardians, it actually was attacked by it. So that was the one you were going to attack, but it was already dead. So yeah, you can pick. You can see any of these ones if it's within your range. The ones on the top or the ones on the side. You can also do it to them.
Okay, cool. Well, my sacred flame, I think, is 60 feet. Let me double check on that. Sorry.
I believe it is, and that would be, you're definitely within range on all of them. Like I said, the farthest one, really where the edge of your vision, just through this intense winter storm, the most intense storm you've ever seen. You know, like snow is packing your ears, making it hard to hear each other. It's just this, you know, hailstorm of ice and snow. And yeah, but you can see, you know, you can make out the shapes to the north of you very clearly. In fact, you're actually starting to see some of their features. You know, their strange red eyes, kind of more menacing than comforting in this moment. And then the ones 35 feet away from you to the west as well.
Yeah, so my voice, I still have the thaumaturgy effect on it. And I see the gingerbread men to the west. And I call out to the rest of the group. And I say, to the west, as I cast Sacred Flame.
You see Tina's hand heat up with that light you've seen, the resonating light you've seen so many times before. Go ahead and hit me with your sacred flame.
Sometimes my computer, she takes a minute.
Yeah, Roll20 is busy this month. It's great because everybody's playing D&D. That's the best part about it. So there we go.
D&D
It does get a
for
dexterity.
you and me.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
D&D done it, baby. D&D done it. All right. Boom. It does get a saving throw. It actually passed. It got a 15. So it takes none of that. You see, you shoot this sacred flame, and yours, Tina, less of like a bolt that originates there. You kind of shoot this little like beam of holy fire from your hand, and you actually watch as it arcs through the air just before it's about to hit one of these on the far west side. You see this massive white ball of snow flying through the air, and you watch as your bolt blasts into it, sending snow just exploding in all directions. You see the snow cakes over top of the gingerbread men to the west, layering on top of them. They still continue to move forward. But yeah, for this massive snowball hurling through the air managed to catch the fury of your spell.
Nice.
Okay, so the gingerbread men to the west are throwing giant snowballs at us?
It actually, if you were watching it, it looked like it came from the south toward the north. So it kind of went across them. But yeah, it looked like the snowball was being launched from, let's say, the southwest.
Well, fuck that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not trying to meet Frosty.
All right, Tina, do you want to move or anything?
I think I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruno, you're up.
Cool.
Covered in this red, syrupy, strawberry jam.
I taste it first.
It tastes like pennies.
Excellent.
It has like a metallic taste to it.
Pennies.
But you look at it, it's like syrupy, like strawberry jam. It's like the consistency is strange. But you taste it and you're like, it tastes like blood.
Abraham Lincoln. Yes. Okay. Cool. So I see this whole thing happen with the thing exploding. Can I look to the south and see if I see something from where of which those ding dang snowball came from?
Yeah, now that you have a direction you're looking, you kind of like, the wind, again, the ice, is kind of sticking to the red syrupy mess that's all over you. Now harder to wipe. As you wipe, it smears it along your face, and you feel your hair like mangled, sticky on your face. But yeah, go ahead and give me another perception check to the southwest. Now you have a direction to look.
So I rolled a 19.
Nice. Unfortunately, you do have disadvantage because of the snowstorm, so you end up with a 12.
Then I rolled a 12.
Yeah, I know. It's the worst possible. Like, you're kind of looking and you can feel your eyelashes, are stuck with this syrupy red liquid, and it's hard to open your eyes. The snow and your hair just blows into them. So yeah, it's really hard to like look into the horizon. But you kind of look
Have her
down.
shield block the snow or something like that. The wind and the snow, so she could like maybe get. I mean, I know you got strawberry blood jam all over you, but
Yeah, that's really what's making it kind of hard. So it's and again, it's like this snowstorm. It doesn't act like it's it's not like a wind coming from any one direction. It's kind of assaulting you from all sides, even as this mistletoe magic kind of spins around you.
No molestar. No molestar.
no me gusta con queso.
Aussie Frio.
Donde está la biblioteca?
So what's in the south? I want to look and see anything. I see nothing. I just see
Yeah,
nothing
that's your
in my
perception
eyes.
check. You kind of, you're like, look on the horizon. You're trying to look through the madness. You feel the soldiers coming up. As you turn around to look the other way, you feel those bodies coming up on your sixth. Your protective instinct to keep your eye on the threats in front of you, is overweighing your wish to look beyond and see if you could find an escape route. It's so that's unfortunately you kind of check the southern horizon. You don't see anything.
Excellent. Cool. So in that case, see, I'm afraid to go. I heard you say the west, so I'm going to go. I guess I don't want to move that way. I just want to.
You can
pull
also
up my
move on
shield.
Brian, just because it has been a long time since you've had Brian. That is also an option you have.
I would like to hop on to Brian. Oh my god, I haven't even thought about this yet. Yeah, I'm hopping on to Brian. I want to get into the air and I want to see if I can get a better view of anything.
All right. Yes. So you hop on Brian and you can see him kind of, his thick wiggly tail, just happy to have you on the saddle again. You have to stand a little different. He's not quite the skateboard that he once was, where you just slithered with him on the ground. Now you find, you place one foot kind of at his shoulders and hold on as your back leg kind of slides down his back at an angle as he starts beating his wings. You see the snow cast off in all directions. Some of the red syrupy, just strawberry jam on the ground kind of casts it around. It leaves these red streaks in the snow. He starts flapping. With your move, you get up about 30 feet. You're kind of looking around. so hard. The storm continues even 30 feet in the air. At this point, Brunor, you have a choice. You can use your action to continue trying to go higher and see if it gets any better higher, or you still you can use your action for another move and you can reposition where you're at with Brian. But you are now 30 feet in the air.
Cool. I want to see if I can get any higher. Can you take me higher?
All right, so you know, Brian, you kind of just tug on him and squat yourself down. You know, the air getting even more cold as you get higher and higher above the ground. You know, you get up to about 60 feet, and you're looking around. You're trying to peer up. Is there like an end to this above you? You know, is there any sign of the end of this storm? And unfortunately, there's not. You reposition and look to the south. I will give you a perception check with advantage this time. Now you're 60 feet in the air, maybe able to catch a little bit more.
No, because I only rolled a 7. So
Oh man, yeah. So again, like I said, this storm is it is so intense. You find it's even hard for Brian, to keep himself balanced in the air. Luckily you have trained riding him through the water many times. Your feet reposition and shift your weight on him so you don't fall. You guys communicate, through your connection between your hand, your feet, and his scales. So there's no real risk of you falling out of the sky or anything. But unfortunately, it's just like the intensity of the storm seems to go on for miles, even above you.
Cool. Well then, I'm gonna try to. I'll come back down, and I want to try to yell to everybody like, I can't see the end of this storm. We're going to have to figure our way out in any direction. I have no idea where to go.
You all look up, you hear Brunor shouting down. Again, the wind is loud, but you make out the words that cut through. It appears that even going upward, this storm, isn't, she hasn't found any new information for you guys. Brunor, that is the end of your turn. Rial, you hear as Brunor calls down to you, after watching Brian fly with Brunor on him for one of the first times. It's still, even in this chaos, is just quite a majestic sight to see the transformation of both of these creatures and their relationship together. And you, the most perceptive of the bunch, you quickly start scanning the horizon. What do you do?
Yeah, I could see before she hopped up onto Brian and took flight, like she was trying to make out something in the south. So thanks to my best friend, I'm gonna pull up my hood and hold it down. He put like a little dragon tooth on it for a crosshair. So I'm like at least gonna hold the hood steady with that and see if I can see what's going on down south.
You feel the focus of your elven eyes, that boosts your perceptive abilities. You focus on one singular point rather than letting the chaos of the storm in front of you. You watch as, your attunement so adept, it's almost like the snowflakes start to go a little bit slower for a moment. But even through, unfortunately, with a 9, you see the wind blow it away, and unfortunately, you're not able to make out anything beyond what you guys have already seen here, even to the south.
All good. It's tough stuff. We're in a rough environment, and at least for me, my mind is a battlefield right now, but I'm at least grounded by my friends. I see Tina taking action. I see Brunor taking to the skies, and we've got Big Papa Warwickus this time, keeping us all in check.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Warwickus.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah. We're just rolling so hot. I'm so stoked.
All these crits.
Let's just get it.
Let's try it. And I did see Tina with the flame. She shot it westward. This is a perfect target for me. I could follow that light. I want to follow it up with create bonfire on one of these gingerbreadnaughts.
The Gingerbreadnaughts.
Oh, good old.
Hey, all right, yeah. Go ahead, give me. I think he gets a saving throw, right? Yeah. Yep. Dexterity
You
saving
feel it.
throw. Here we go. Not good enough. Just a 10. 7 damage. That's enough. Which one were you shooting at here? I believe Tina was firing at the second one there. You said you were following the same trajectory, correct?
Exactly, and I had the same idea just because he at least is flanked on either side. If he was going to catch on fire, I'd hope their bodies would help keep the flame going if it's not getting hit by all the wind, but that doesn't matter because he's dead.
Yeah, you see, you summon this bonfire at its feet, a spell that has traditionally backfired on you a few different times, but yet you're always down to throw it out, and I love it. You snap your fingers, you channel that arcane trickster focus, and you summon this fire at the feet of the gingerbreadnaught. You see the flame immediately engulfs it. And unlike a cookie, which would be cooked brown and maybe burnt black in the presence of such fire, you watch as this giant gingerbread body starts flailing in horrible agony. And it burns persistently, even despite the wind and the snow. You see as the withering corpse of this tortured spirit writhes in burning agony until it is nothing more than a pile of ash on the ground. The snow quickly covers it.
You're a monster.
Well, that just warms my heart. I know I'm not close enough to Josh with Riel, but I'd like to just pretend I could Josh and shrug a little shoulders, and we're good. We're friends.
Yeah. Yeah, you two fighting in tandem, it's easy when there's downtime and there's time for doubt, but man, when the battle is on, you have all at this point begun fighting in such a succinct way with each other that, again, using one's miss to be your make, it's just you guys, when it all comes down to it, the five, you guys are a force to be reckoned with. So Rial, you have successfully ignited one of these. You also have a bonus action and a move and your cunning action were you to use any of those.
All right.
Ooh.
I wanna touch base with Captain, my captain. If our stone's around, but he's right there too. I'm like, I want to see what we should do next. We want to move a little bit.
This one, buddy. I was gonna tell you that. Turn that sumbitch on. 'Cause we're gonna need it in this one.
Oh yeah.
Why?
It's like, thank you for using Rocky Talkie. Rock. Yeah, I hate those things. They always yell in your ear. That's my complaint. All right.
So rude.
Yeah, so turning on, actually at this point, yeah, you kind of attune with the Rocky Talkie. You feel, Rial, so you guys have become so connected by using this magic so readily that you're starting to feel his thoughts a little bit as well. And so as the hairs on the back of his neck raise, as you see him trying to be the battle leader that you've known him to be, looking for any advantage or strength that he can find, your own mind starts digesting those thoughts as well. And you find yourself looking on the horizon in a method unlike your own. So linked are your two's mind through this magic.
Oh yeah.
Best friends.
Good friends.
It's a
Power
romance
of
team.
friendship on Christmas.
One down, best friend. What next?
So you can see both groups at this point, correct?
He can.
Yep.
All right. So there's more to the north than there are to the west now because you took one of them down, correct? All right. Well, we go to the smaller numbers area then, guys. I know we don't know where those snowballs were coming from, but hey, with any luck, they might hit those guys anyway. We might not have to worry about it. So just be cautious as you're going on that way. Let's move as a group on three. On three. Ready? Break!
You all look as Thoricus both communicates through his mind to Rial those exact words and basically the sentiment of it through gestures to each of you guys. The plan is move to the lower numbers. And yeah, so Divot, Rial, I'm sorry, did you have
Yeah, you said I've got a bonus action too? Am I able to throw another cantrip, create bonfire?
No, because create
I just have
bonfire,
my
yeah,
cunning,
is an action.
Yeah. We're all good. We're gonna start moving west then. I don't want to get too far from the group because I got a hell of a move. I'll at
Can you
least
feel
go
the
like
wind?
halfway, and based on like the climate conditions right now, would I be able to sneak a hide if I ducked into the snow?
Actually, yeah. It's
Cool.
so like there's you almost have a certain amount of cover. If they were right up on top of you, you don't think that it would help. But from where they are right now, you literally just kind of just drop down into the snow, and so you drop down, have a sip of your cocoa.
Keep warm, like a sweet
And
elven little
yeah,
diglet.
give me a stealth check.
Go, Glen Coco.
Go.
Then go.
Basically, however good you do on this stealth check will determine what kind of cover you have. Anything over a
Roll.
15, I'll pretty much give you full cover.
Cool. It's awful smelly. Stealth.
Oh yeah, 23.
Well,
23. Okay.
You know, as you all have seen so many times with Rial, as this storm, you know, goes by, suddenly you just see him disappear. You know, you don't know where he went. He's down. Hidden so well that he's even kind of hidden from you guys. You just see like a little tiny throat fucker poking up from the snow, so you know where he's at.
he just does that sometimes.
Get out of the snow. Get out of the snow. All right, Rial, if that's the end of your turn, Divot, you are up.
All right. Okay. So, I heard what Thorcus was saying and the smaller numbers thing, but I have an idea. And I want to step to like right here,
Uh-huh.
and then I want to cast Hypnotic Pattern right in the center of these guys, which I think would let me hit all of them.
Yeah, it would.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
All right, yeah. 30-foot cube absolutely hits them. Range 120 feet, not a problem. It is concentration, so just remember that if you take damage, you'll have a concentration roll. You create a twisting pattern of colors. What does yours look like, Divot? I'd love to hear.
Okay, so I'm just like, my beard, which is also ginger, just grows like super long and starts spinning towards them, and I'm like, guys, I will kill you if I have to, but you know, be cool and live to ginger another day.
All right. It works. Boom. There is only... You see 4 of them just like, yeah, man, I mean, like, gingerbread life seems really cool. And then, but one of them still, you see, it is not affected. Like, you're aware when they pass. Only one of them, of the 5, did pass. And it's the one in the far back here, the far back right to the north. But yeah, 4 of them, you see, are charmed by your twisting pattern. And they are incapacitated. They have a speed of 0. And if they take any damage or if someone uses an action to wake them, they will wake up. But for right now, 4 of those 5 just kind of stand there in a gingerbread stupor.
Gingerbread stupor.
I never get to say that, so I'm glad I did.
Who does? Who gets to say
Tight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm just gonna follow in formation up behind Rial.
All right.
Or like wherever I think Rial is.
Around where you saw Rial disappear, you know, you kind of, Divot, you're you know, a little one of the shorter members of the group, so the snow kind of comes more up to like your nipple area, and you're just like, whoo, a little cold as you kind of, you know, scoot your way through this thick snow, walking forward toward where you saw one of the 4 dreadnoughts felled, not feeling as worried about the ones to your north, save one, the one farthest away from you. If that's the end of your turn, if that's the end of your turn, you done, bro? All right, then it's time for Waricus.
All right. So guys, here's kind of what I'm thinking. I have no idea what to do.
A lot of bad perception checks. It's a rough one.
Okay. So, does someone okay, Brandon, I'm gonna ask you this just because I'm so unfamiliar with magic casters.
Yeah.
Does prestidigitation change, like, can it change like weather, like what is going on right now?
No, yeah, it's pretty simple, like clean a little thing or like a harmless little magical precursory effect. Very little like magic power, yeah.
Okay. Even with like an inspiration point or something?
Yeah, it's just because there's higher level spells like Gust of Wind and things that do kind of that. So I would always kind of side with the spell that exists.
Well, that was my one, guys. What do you guys got? Anyone?
Well,
In the gallery?
we can't see anything either way. We know there's gingerbreadmen to the north and the west, and we're going west. So maybe it's time to just bring those gingerbread men 2 tickets for.
I take a deep puff, and then I'm like, we only need to leave one of them alive.
If that. You know?
I guess that's
You
true,
mean-
but they don't really seem that intelligent. I don't know if we can.
Well, we
figure-
have to go we have to go away, right?
I guess that's true, and we don't really know where we're supposed to go, so I guess we should keep one of them alive. I guess. All right. Well, it seems like they all know where we are. They're gonna come to us eventually, right? So maybe we hunker down around this one dead body that we already have. We might be able to use it as some sort of a barrier or blockade and pull up around here and just take them out from afar as long as we can with spells and arrows and shit. Rial's out there somewhere doing reconnaissance. He might could find out something for us and report back to home base. And yeah, let's just hunker down here and see what we can do. Let's get prepped up. Divot's got to concentrate to keep those guys asleep. So Tina, Bruner, I'm gonna need you to fucking take care of protecting his ass, because we know he likes to die. Am I right? Okie doke.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go with
He's good
that.
at it.
And I guess I can also go out and a little bit and do some, well, not sneaky shit, but just draw their attention if they need something to swing at, because these ladies haven't eaten in a while. They like their sweets.
Lucille's hungry.
So yeah, I'm gonna move up. Just for the one, because I do know that Divot hypnotized all but the one, right?
Right, this one here.
Correct. So I'm gonna move, let's say, yeah, let's say there.
Perfect.
There, and hunker down around that dead body.
Sweet. You get a trusty dusty him, or are you just taking a defensive position?
Well, no, because I mean he's still lucid, right?
Yeah.
The problem is if I roll really shitty in this blizzard, because he's right next to the other one, and you know me very well, you're probably gonna be like, oh,
I'm gonna let you. I will appease your worries
Wake
here.
him up, and now they both hate you.
I don't like the hitting somebody else on a one thing, because it's like, wouldn't you still have to attack that thing? You know what I mean? So you don't have to worry. I'm not gonna have you accidentally hit, or at least that's what I'm saying until you do it, and I do. You know, that's
Got him.
maybe I'm feeling fey today. So yeah, but no, I if that is your worry, I will assuage those fears. I would
no,
not
I'm
have
not
you
worried.
accidentally hit the other one. You would just miss if you missed.
Do it. Do
Yeah.
it.
I'm not worried. I'll do whatever I can.
That's actually good enough. They have a 12 AC, so just for future reference, they have 12 ACs, and 5 damage is enough. So, Thoricus, you feel it. What do? How do you do it?
Well, yeah, I know he's over there. I can see the gumdrop buttons kind of glowing in the distance, and I know you got to count up at least 2, if not 3, depending on how tall it was. And judging by the dead one right next to me, I'm like, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3 gumdrop buttons. Trusty dust. Let her fly. It goes right up and yeah.
So, Thoricus, just as you are about to
Throat
fire,
punched it.
you feel this breeze, this heavy wind. And after doing all these calculations, 3 up, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, you're like just about to let go, and you feel the wind, and you just let it kind of push you, and you feel your finger flow with it. You let it go, and it arcs perfectly through the cutting wind, landing directly in the throat of the one in the back, the only one not dazed by Divot's hypnotic pattern. You see it land in the throat, and you hear, and you see strawberry jam just squirting out of the throat of this beast, as just at the edge of your vision you see it drop down on 2 knees, its little gumdrop arms buried half in the snow, grasping at its throat as it breathes its last ginger breath.
Oh, too soon.
Whoa.
I'll smoke
Thank
that.
you.
Why not?
Thank you, Internet. I will be here the rest of the year. I'm so sorry. Oh, shoot.
That was wonderful.
Well, I hope you feel good.
No, I hope you feel good.
You guys did it. I just described it. You made me do that.
Man, we killed all those kids. I was fine. We killed these gingerbread men, and I'm like, fuck.
Too bad.
I gotta think about something. You'll never eat a
I don't feel
gingerbread
guilty
cookie.
about that.
I don't know, man. Bruno sees all this cool shit going on, especially with Trusty Dusty, and I think I need to get me one of them bow and arrows, guys. That's pretty gnarly. That was cool.
You're like,
You know,
"Dang,
can like kill
a
stuff
bow
from
would be
far away.
dope." Yeah.
Yeah.
Bernor, you've like exclusively not had a bow on purpose, and you're like, dang it, I'll probably get one now.
I need to get one of those. I can't kill things from far away. I can only kill things from close away. And it's just not. It's gnarly.
It's gnarly, man. Yeah. So Thoricus, you managed to end the life of the gingerbread man on the back, right?
Yeah, and guys, I am so sorry about that. That was supposed to be such a clean shot. It was supposed to just go right the fuck down. I apologize. That was violent as fuck. And
It's hilarious.
okay, let's go with
His
that.
friend-
Hilarious
His friends
words.
don't seem to mind. All his friends are just like, as he's like,
Yeah. They're just charmed. Like, man, that Divot guy, he's pretty cool for a non-gingerbread guy, you know? I gotta say I like him. I don't know. Have you ever met the queen?
the way he talks so cool.
Oh, man, that's dark. Okay. So Thoricus, is at the end of your turn.
Gosh, well, I don't really know. I mean, like, yeah, I think right now it's gonna be. I'm just gonna kind of sit back while we got a little bit of distance and.
I think
assume
smartly,
that
I will
this-
take your narrative flair there. You grab, the body of the gingerbread that, folded back on its own head, and you kind of brace it up to one side of you, so that you're kind of blocking the storm. And I'm actually going to give you I know it's not your hottest stat, bro, but give me a wisdom check.
Oh God. Oh no.
I think he might have some assistance from being underneath my. Oh no, he doesn't. Never mind.
Right, that would be bless, yeah.
Yeah.
We can just give him
What's with
encouragement.
Yeah.
You too.
You could do it,
You
Thoricus.
can do it.
You
could
can
do
do
it.
it, Thor.
A 19! My man. Thoricus, in this
Christmas
moment,
miracle.
Oh my gosh.
in this moment as you brace this gingerbread corpse, up against yourself and kind of use it as a shield to bolster down in the snow, you're reminded of your training back in Cool Mara, where you and your brigade would go out blindfolded in snowstorms. And they would drop you, in an area where you had no idea what you were doing. And it was similar. You're like, oh my goodness, like, wait, you're trying to think about it. It was like, how did we, and you're running the scenario through your head. And you remember that at a certain point, you would take the bandanas that were wrapped around your face and create small slits in them, just small enough that you could allow a little bit of light in, but making all of the snow and the storm and everything kind of fade out. It would give you a point to focus in. And as you hold this little like cookie body next to you, you look down and you're like, and you just break off a little piece of the cookie body. Some of the strawberry jam spills down on the ground. You hold it in front of you, kind of stick it to your face, and slice a little slit in it, and you're like, you can see. And you're like, yeah, you want to test this thing, so you sit up, and you look forward, and you see the 4 dazed gingerbreadnaughts to the north. And now that your vision goes on rather than 30 feet, you think with the right angle, you might even be able to see as far as 80 feet out. You look, and there's this sudden black mar on the horizon. You're not sure if it's really tall and close or just a normal size and close or really tall and far away. But you see this great shadow on the horizon just about at the edge of your 80-foot vision mark. But the shape that you see is this large, square-shouldered figure with black boots. You're kind of like looking at it through the storm. You focus a little more. You see white pants at his legs, arms hung down at his side, pink, wearing some sort of red jacket with a puffy collar. You're kind of looking and you see a great white beard hanging down. And as your eyes focus again even farther, you see these maliciously bared open teeth. You keep, looking up the shape of this beast as it gets closer to you in the horizon, and you see a big, tall, black cap with a golden chain hung across the front. Now that you can see it, you realize some of the vibration in the ground that you've attributed to the snow is not, but the coming of a large, massive creature. You look forward, and you see a massive, 25-foot tall nutcracker walking from the stormy shadows behind these 4 gingerbreadnaughts. And that is where we're gonna pick it up after intermission, guys.
Nuts.
Every time.
No. No, no, no.
Oh boy.
I can't just make it nice. Like, it's gotta be horrible. but Christmas.
Very naughty. Very naughty.
Oh, thank you guys so
Scariest
much.
Of all the casual Christmas decorations.
Oh.
See, I can get away with it because it's not still Christmas. So it's like, we're about to get New Year, we're getting weird. Thank you guys so much. We are going to do a quick intermission. We just take a little 10 minutes, rehydrate, make sure you are hydrating at home. Get yourself some water, get yourself some cocoa. Crit Sip and all that. We are doing the Amazon gift card giveaway, so type hashtag WeeDnD in chat if you want to be entered for that. We will do the drawing just near the end of the show. Please hang out during intermission. Amazing art contributed by the WeeDnD Buds community. We love you artists that send us incredible work. And the, of course, brilliant music by Sandy Stein. Just the most, just wonderful, man. We love you guys. We'll see you in 10 minutes. And, yeah, Giant Nutcracker. I did it. What's up, bud? Oh, yeah. Oh. Welcome back to Weed&d, the whipped topping positive live tabletop role-playing experience. When we last left the Ferocious Five, they were standing amidst a great, epic, snowy battle between the Gingerbreadnaughts and now a large, loaming nutcracker on the horizon. Thorcus, in this moment, you know you're the only one that has seen them. You know, just before the end of your initiative, if there's anything you want to shout out to your posse, now would be the time.
Everyone, don't be alarmed. I killed the gingerbread, not with the one that was still, like, not happy with us. So the other ones are hypnotized. But there's a guy who eats nuts right behind him. Big guy. Big nuts. He eats them. So...
He's not
just
wrong.
be aware. He's like 20 feet behind those other guys that are hypnotized. So hopefully he'll just be distracted by them and we can focus on taking care of these other ones to the west real quick.
Yeah, and you guys hear Thorcus shout out basically what he now sees with his Inuit snow visor. But Thorcus, you look forward and you see the Gingerbreadnaughts closest to you, the ones just 20 feet away from you, that were so enthralled by Divot's hypnotic pattern that they just kind of stand there stupefied. Hypnotic pattern is a very good spell. It doesn't even give them a save on their turn. So these guys are stunned until Divot either loses concentration or if somebody uses an action to shake them awake, which doesn't look like anybody's doing here in the north right now. Which shifts over to the Gingerbreadnaughts coming from the west. You see the three in line. They move as close as they can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It enters but doesn't leave your threat range, Rial. I was just checking. I was like, maybe you get an AOO. But so well hidden are you, Rial, that as these three looming gingerbread men step forward, each one of them steps in the snow to the left and the right of you. You feel the snow shift to your right, almost worried you might be getting crushed. You kind of shift a little bit. You feel another one step up to your left. You're now sitting right in between two of these Gingerbreadnaughts. You see the one closest. Actually, he's not in range. You see one of them goes to throw his candy cane. Just rather than wielding it like a weapon, he kind of throws it like a javelin. Oop, there we go. A 2! The worst you can do without having to smoke. Dealing with the same problems that you guys have, but not nearly the honed adventurers that you are. He throws this candy cane, and the storm just kind of just throws it away. I mean, it lands nowhere near any of you guys. It just kind of disappears in the snow to the south. You're kind of looking at where it went, and just on the edge of the 30-foot line of your vision to the south, you kind of see three little red, like, sashes blowing in the wind. You're kind of like, you can't really make it out. Thorcus, you kind of, with your ability to kind of see through the cutting storm, you see three little men made of balls of snow descending in size from the base to their head. You see each one of them has wrapped around the neck a red scarf that's just blowing in the intense windstorm. Each of them has two eyes. You would guess, you're not perfect from so far away, but you're guessing both of these eyes would be made out of coal. They have orange noses that stick out straight, pointing at you, and sticks for arms. And you see them just kind of out of the corner of your eyes. You look over where the candy cane just whiffed to the south. But yeah, you make out those shapes. You also notice another group of 6 more of these Gingerbreadnaughts. Thorcus, you're the only one that can see it because you have the farther range. Coming here from the east side in 2 rows as well. Pretty far off, though, kind of again at the edge of your extended vision. So they're farther off, though. You think, now you've seen, Thorcus, you specifically, you've seen how far they can move now. You know where you guys are at. It'll probably take them a little while to get to you based on, their travel speed.
Right.
Which is the end of the Gingerbreadnaughts. So Tina Smoothhands, you're spinning light of mistletoe and magic spinning around you. You get to just hold on to that as long as you don't, cast any other concentration spells or take any damage.
Yeah, I wanna flit out of it for a second and hear Thoricus's words, and I wanna come back into it and recognize the protector position I should be taking right now, and I want to choose to stay in this and concentrate on this and move forward and protect Divot as he is casting this hypnotic pattern.
Okay,
I just wanna
sweet.
Here, move forward.
All right, yeah. So you just the full 20 feet. Or there you go, 15.
Just a little bit. Just
Actually, yeah, you would need to move
15.
one. If you move one more forward, you would hit 2 of the 3 of them.
Oh, perfect. And yeah, the full 20 feet.
And they both get saves. I rolled a 3 and a 6, so they both failed. Go ahead and give me another. They both fail, so you just cast Spiritual Guardians again, and I'll use the damage from that one.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Make sure my glasses on for this.
This missile tornado, spinning around, just shearing into the gingerbread skin of the Gingerbreadnaughts as Tina steps forward. Ooh, 13 damage. You watch, as one mistletoe cuts, then another, and almost in a display of a death by 1,000 cuts. You watch as the speed of your guardian spins, and you just watch little jets of this strawberry jelly squirting out of the sides of each of these beasts of the Gingerbreadnaughts as they are literally just cut into pieces. You see them collapse into a pile of gingerbread on themselves. Strawberry jam, just gooing the snow all around them.
Delicious.
I'd say they were dead.
And Tina, just so you know, you can still cast Sacred Flame because it doesn't cost concentration. So you could still keep your Spirit Guardians and cast Sacred Flame, right? If you were so inclined.
Well, it looks like it's about to get toasty.
Toasty.
The smoothest hands around.
Yeah. Well, I definitely have the range to hit that last one.
Yeah, you're almost mad that he's just on the outside of your reach. DC 14. Ooh, he passed. So he actually doesn't take any damage. You see, as the arc comes through. Once more, Tina, you're just like, all right, now I'm closer. There's no way this can happen again. You draw this holy arc of energy. You call upon the power of Shantia. You shoot this arcing gold and yellow beam into the air. And then one more time, you watch this giant snowball fly through the air. This time, the beam almost just glazes off the side of it. The magic just fizzles off into nothing in the background. But you watch as this big, massive snowball hurls over the heads of each of you guys and blasts into this giant shape shadow that you can see to the north of you. Thoricus, you actually see it. You see as the giant nutcracker just gets blasted with this 10-foot diameter snowball. You see him kind of knock back. One of his shoulders kind of cracks and just hangs and dangles at the side. It lets out this really deep, guttural, loud shout.
We did not like that.
Tina, you got anything else?
You wanted nuts?
No, that's it for me.
All right, Brunor, the wind is still blowing. You're flapping yourself about 30 feet in the air. You're looking around. You can also kind of make out the shadowy silhouette to the north. You can't really tell what it is, but you did, witness with your advantage, your height advantage. You kind of noticed that snowball. If it had been on a different trajectory, it would have hit you, but it just flies right over your shoulder and slams into whatever the shadow is to the north.
Cool. Can I see the... I'm far up, so I can't probably see the gingerbread down unbeknownst next to Rial. Does it?
No, you can see that one. You can see that one. That's within your kind of 30-foot range here. You can see all the dazed ones. You see all of Divot's that are just kind of standing there like, man, if we eat ourselves, is that cannibalism? They're all just really perplexed, considering their life as a gingerbread person. But yeah, you can see.
Crisis.
Yeah, you can both see and reach this one down here by Rial.
existential spices.
Existential praise. Okay, that one. You guys are having a time. I'm going to ride my Brahmin because I want to kind of come back down with everybody else and swipe at this gingerbread man.
You kind of land, you see, just as you're about to land, you notice that Rial is like buried in this little snow pit, and you're like, oh, and you land a little bit to the side. Brian rears back, and you take a swing. And Jarrell, all of you can kind of see the green glowing runes on the side of the blade of the Keeper as it kind of glows once Brunor activates it. Slicing, hitting a 24 AC, very nice. 10 damage.
Yep.
Brunor, what do you do to it?
So, exactly, I peeped down because I could see with the sacred flame that Tina had so smartly thrown, so we could see that last one there. I saw it with my keen eye real quick, and I take Brian and I give him a little wink, and we take a swing down. We take a look at this guy, and I take out my blade. Swing, wang, wing, wang, wing, wang, wang. It sings almost with the whole wind blowing, and it's glowing green. You can see Angerel, it's in all of its glory as I just rear back, and I still have, I'm like a little bit like, ding. And then swiping down at this gingerbread man right through his, from his throat to his scrot. Yeah.
Throat to scrot.
Yeah.
Brian kind of instinctively feeling you shift your attack, he almost stops mid-air, and your blade just slices immediately down directly from throat to scrot on this gingerbread. You hear the same twisted scream of agony as this gingerbread kind of folds inward on itself like a book and then falls to the side. Not the side that Rial is on, luckily. But yeah, it falls to the right. So yeah, Rial, you're kind of like buried in the snow next to a big dracodile and 2 dead gingerbread men. Just so we're there together.
Sounds like Chris.
Fuck, if that ain't Christmas, I don't know what is.
Wonderful time of year.
All right, Brunor, you got anything else?
I'm just gonna brace myself for whatever the hell. Can I look to the south and check on whatever those, can I see the stuff
actually,
that
in your position
Thor
where you're at now, sorry, because you are on Brian, so you can actually see them. They're within your range now. You look, you see 3 of, as I described, I mean, let's, they're snowmen.
Snowmen.
You see 3 snowmen. You can just say it sometimes.
Snowmen.
It's 3 snowmen, and they're walking up from the south. You just see their, like, round bottoms just kind of, like, gliding along the snow.
Excellent. Can I yell out to them?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanna go, oh, hey, you guys, can you be reason? Hello? Hi. There's gingerbread men attacking us. Hello?
You hear them shouting in return, "Defend the workshop!" Ah! And as they shout, you see another contagion, another group of another 3 of them taking up a position behind them, kind of covering their flank to the left as well. You see them just at the edge of your vision, 3 more of these snowmen charging up from the south.
Defend the workshop. Defend.
Okay. Yeah.
What? And I turn around and I go, do you guys see a workshop anywhere?
Don't know, but
No.
just if we defend the workshop, I think they're gonna be on our side. They're at least not attacking us right now, and they seem to be able to reason a little bit. I mean, am I fucking crazy for thinking that?
They're Teamsters. If we help them,
Right.
they'll help us.
Yeah, they're union guys. Like, dude, we take care of them, they're gonna take care of us. It's all about who you know.
You got the juice worth the squeeze.
All right, let me have a look at that guy.
Cool. I'm just gonna pull up my shield and ready an attack in case somebody attacks me or Brian or
All
anybody in our squad. I just want to be ready.
Squad.
Kind of brace down into your
Ask
position.
the snowman. Be like, so to protect the workshop, we gotta fuck those guys up, the gingerbread dudes and the big nutcracker.
Yes!
Okay, great. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, guys, do that.
Team Snowman.
Yep, Team Snowman.
Team Snowman.
You guys went with the snowman. Interesting. I just wanted to make you nervous.
Yeah,
I'm
we
kidding.
just
There's no.
blindly-
That wasn't
we
any
just
way.
blindly go whatever side. What
Join-
if these
join
are
the
like
gingerbread army?
industrialists? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if these guys are like capitalist scum and they're like slaves, like making people work? Like, we don't even know.
But they're not trying to kill us right now. In a
They
land
didn't
we know
stab-
nothing about.
They haven't
I
gotten
know
you
I've
yet.
really been stabbed, and I'm like,
Right. I'm like,
Still
listen,
locked
it's
to the
somebody-
gingerbread.
I'm just saying, as somebody that's dealt with government before, and this probably, I'm just letting you know. Like, do we just work with whatever? I'm just saying.
kill everything. We can try to kill everything. I'm down if you guys want to get down. We can kill everything.
Battle of Five Armies.
Just twisting your accents,
But-
like just point me at something.
Like
guys.
tactically, I just think these guys are able to be reasoned with. They're not trying to kill us, and they gave us a pretty clear, hey, if you go kill that big dude who eats nuts, like, we got you. I mean, that's what I heard.
All right, that's fine. I guess
Sounds
like
fair.
more will be revealed as long as we're cool with double crossing them later if they're weird.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay,
sounds fine.
good,
Yeah.
right?
Double
Yeah,
cross?
agree.
Double cross.
We all
But now we
agree
can't
with
go.
double-
Yeah.
I'm so ready to fuck these guys over.
Excellent. All right,
And-
then yeah, let's help them up.
But
Did I take thaumaturgy off of my voice before I agreed to that?
Yeah, no, but we'll definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely double cross.
We will fight with you, and then we'll kill them if it doesn't work out. Yeah. Just like whatever.
I'm fine. Through communication, I want to make sure we have a plan. You know what I'm saying? I like to make sure.
yeah, 100.
All right,
I mean, that makes
Rial.
sense to-
You're
that makes sense to the rest of you guys, right?
Rial, you're sitting sandwiched by a couple ginger corpses, and you see Brian the Dracodile and Brunor kind of shouting. Everybody's talking a little bit. It is your move in battle. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna reposition a little bit, just so we're kind of keeping be like a, is it a phalanx? Just keeping our group like pretty tight here.
Your stealth worked on me, bro. I couldn't see you. I was like, oh crap, where'd Rial go? I rolled crap on my perception.
Yeah, nice job on the map, bro. I am literally having such a hard time seeing everything on
I
here.
am so sorry. Yeah, I was like, that works for what it's supposed to do. And then I was like, oh, that is taxing on the eyes, though. If you zoom in close, it helps. I could say that.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But then I can't see all the different figures and stuff.
Yeah.
Just the way.
One or the other, I guess.
That's part of the game.
Your Cookie Man crumbles.
Well, you know what though? Now that I think the snowmen are on our side, I don't actually have to see them anymore.
Harvey Snowman.
Mm-mm.
All right, so
Obviously.
yeah, Rial, you drift through the snow. You
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like keep your position hidden. As you kind of shift your way past. Even Brunor doesn't really notice you as you kind of stealthily slide through the snow, popping up behind Tina. You see the from there you can kind of start making out the shadowy silhouettes coming from the east as well. You see again about 6 more figures coming rank and file from the east.
Okay. Shit. Just deciding who to go for. Just to kind of start clearing up the north a little bit, and because this guy's so much bigger. Well, I'm in my little snow hole here. My little hidey hole. Pull out Daughter of Ash.
Real,
Go for-
like a little fox in the snow.
Oh yeah.
Little Christmas hat.
Pop it out.
Oh, I rolled 8, man. I rolled a shitty old 8.
Oh, that's a 1 actually, so that's a crit.
Mother!
Oh, sorry, Dad. This is getting weird.
I was just starting to not be super duper super high.
Welcome back.
Don't
Yes,
forget,
who's
crit
back?
sip, hydrate, big water. We're coming for you.
Come on, big water.
Come on, big water.
Think of all the water-related things. We're all 70% water. That could be 70% Weed&d.
You drink it. You put it in your bong.
Right? It like splashes on your face, and you're like, ah. All right, so unfortunately, with your critical miss, and then I have you hit one of the ones. I'm kidding. No. After my whole thing earlier. No. So yeah, with your one, you shoot again. You're not able to see quite as far as Thorcus. Without the aid of his kind of snow goggles. So you kind of fire in the shadowy direction of the looming figure to the north, and you just kind of watch as the arrow shoots out from the snow. It disappears into the mists of the snow. You're not really sure what happened, but you certainly didn't hear any loud cries or anything.
Right. Which is what I would have preferred to hear. I will continue to hide just a little more shamefully this time and hope nobody saw that.
Instead of all cool, everybody sees you like.
Aww.
Yeah, new stealth check. Then because with all the ones you guys are rolling, it's like it's just more opportunity. Do we do this? All right.
So,
My menu is slowly.
is it possible for Rial to still move up amongst the northern gingerbreadmen?
Yes, in Calais that was not clear. Hypnotic pattern, not only can they not move, but they're basically incapacitated too. They're not like, they wouldn't have like AOOs on you or anything like that.
I can
He
go
also,
like far
stealthily
here.
hide amongst them and not attack them.
Yeah, because you have your cunning action too, so if you wanted to use that to dash and get a little more move, you could.
Yeah, even with just my, well, I guess from here. Yeah, I will do that since I already placed with this move, so I can go right in here like a nice little Tetris piece. Boop.
Yep.
Yeah, they can't take actions or reactions. So even if if you move through their threat range, they can't take an AOO on you while they are in their sleepy mode. You do actually notice yet again, Rial, as you kind of move forward in the position behind the big looming, Nutcracker, which now you see another 4 of these Gingerbreadnaughts kind of pacing at his flank as well. You can only assume, as you kind of see shifting shadows on the horizon, that perhaps there's more as well.
Mm-hmm. Hey, best friend, cookie jar's full. Over.
Roger that. Cookie jar full. Let's see. Can someone get a message to the Dracodile 1? Dracodile 1, come in. You there? I'm just kidding. We don't have Rocky talking.
Just shout.
But seriously.
Crocodile 1!
Dracodile 1!
Is that me? Am I Dracodile? Oh, hello, yes. Hello, yes, hello. Copy.
Can you and Brian swoop back by the snowman and let him know that they should focus fire on ye old nut muncher over here?
Sure, bro. And then I'll run up.
Just focus fire on that entire area. The rest of us stay back. Rial, give them your position so they can shoot back further than that. And Divot, stay concentrated. Tina, if you can assist with spells and shooting shit far away to the east. I'm gonna go east on my next turn, whenever that is, and let's go with that there, guys. That's what I got.
The synergy of the 5. All right, yeah, Rial, you kind of like slowly, even though you're like, I know these guys are hypnotized by magic, but it is still weird to kind of just stroll up around a couple 12-foot gingerbread men. So you kind of just get close to them and then slide into the snow at their feet. They don't seem to pay any mind to you whatsoever. They're just incapacitated, just kind of dazedly looking around. Powerful, strong magics. Hypnotic pattern. Don't sleep on that spell. Use it if you're a bard. Get that spell. People be like, bards suck, and then don't have hypnotic pattern. Anyway, that's a tangent. All right. So Rial, that's the end of your turn. Divot.
Okay, so Rial did kind of hide at the end of that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I saw that he hid, and I heard what Thorcus said, but I see the big guy, and I'm like, all right, maybe, just maybe, and I step up to like here, and then I cast Dissonant Whisper on the Nutcracker.
All right. Hit me with it. Let me bring up Mr. Nutcracker's character sheet. All right, he gets a save. I know that. Wisdom saving throw. Not his best stat, you know? So he gets +1 to this.
Guy has one job. He doesn't need to be too wise about anything else.
He only gets a 2. No, he fails. He rolls a 2. Or he only gets plus. I'm sorry. Anyway, he fails. He doesn't get the DC 16. He fails the saving throw. So yeah, you cast your Dissonant Whispers. It hears some strange melody that you kind of plant in its mind, and then you rack it with terrible pain. It makes a save, which it failed. And now it must immediately use its reaction, which it does have because it's not captured by your spell, to move away from you.
Yeah, I sing him a song about how big and scary our nuts are.
All right. Heck yeah. 10 damage. And he uses his full move. 1, 2, 3. He's off the map. 40 feet. You see, as this giant, you're like, you sing the song, and you see the weird teeth of it, like, and it looks around, looks and sees, the barrage of lights and snowballs, the blasted, the shock that just hit it, and now this song in its own mind. And you see as its head just turns, its body still facing forward, but its head turns 180 degrees, and then begins walking backwards away from you, but looking at you.
Some of the creepiest shit I've ever seen.
Oh,
What the fuck just happened?
Man, yeah. That is a dumb
God.
spell.
You heard him.
Yeah, and he's far away. And, he used his full move, so you know that he can't really get any closer to you than he already was with his last, when he comes back. So yeah, that's a great spell. And it's what kind of damage is it?
Oh yeah.
Psychic, yeah. Okay, cool.
Tight.
All right. Heck yeah.
Yeah, so that worked.
Yeah. It's super good.
Yeah, buddy.
And I'm just gonna slip back into over here. And I'm just like, oh man, that worked. That worked. Of course that worked. It worked. I told you it worked.
Of course it did.
Always works.
Char.
Yeah, this big looming shadow that you all saw to the north. Not all of you, know of its full Nutcracker visage yet, but you see as the big looming shadow that was kind of coming closer to you as details started to make themselves clear through the snowstorm betwixt you and it. Suddenly, that shadow starts getting farther away again, and you're kind of like, and it's now gone from your sight. So it seems like it made a hasty retreat. You were not privy to the terrifying display that the Divot and Thoricus saw. So yeah, nice move, Divot. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'd also like to just whisper to Rial, like, sorry.
You like throw a snowball and it has it written on it. Oh. All right. So if that's the end of your turn, Divot, Thoricus, Waricus,
What?
You're up.
I am, and nothing can stop me. 'Cause I'm-
Nothing. You think
Okay, so if we're okay, they're pretty far away. When is their turn to the east?
They move. All the Gingerbreadnaughts move on the same initiative, which is after yours.
Okay, but they are coming towards us.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
They see us. We see them. They're coming towards us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would seem.
Well. Huh. I wanna try and communicate with Brunor and kind of move myself up in this general area. and have her move kind of directly south of me, but equidistant between Tina and Divot there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Kind of splitting the difference there.
Correct, Mundo, if that's possible.
All right, so Thoricus, as you shift into position, you again with your ability to kind of see through this crazy snowstorm that's so heavy that it cuts the sight of even your most perceptive of allies. You kind of focus through looking at the slit in the mask that you forged for yourself. Still little bits of strawberry jam kind of tearing down your cheek as you kind of look at this windstorm, and you see yet another giant looming nutcracker.
Shit. It's all good.
Coming, and as well, around him, you kind of get the skinny by now. He also, you see a couple shadows shifting around. You can't quite make them out yet, but it's likely some more of these gingerbreadnaughts as well.
Gotcha.
But yeah, again, you know how fast they move. You're not like in any you didn't just put yourself in any direct threat or anything. It's kind of at the edge of your extended vision.
Right. Okay, so guys, here's the sit rep. We got another big old nut cruncher over here with some more gingerbreadman knots, and so yeah, Bruno, I'm gonna need you and Brian to swing down south of me. We're gonna take flanking positions. Let them see that Divot and Tina are the bait. Tina, you can distract and shoot flames from afar. Hopefully you hit some of the sons of bitches and take them out in time. Rial, while you're there, I know that they're hypnotized and they ain't gonna do shit, but you might as well just get rid of them, because when they wake up, they gonna be pissed. So, go ahead and just Assassin's Creed those motherfuckers real quick, throat fucker style if you can, just for badassness. And yeah, we'll wait for those 6 to come on up, and I think Bruno and I are giving, what do you think, 2 tickets to Fucktown? Does that sound like a plan?
2 tickets to Fucktown. Yeah, I for sure on my turn will be ready to give 2 tickets to Fucktown.
There's a 2 for
By
1
the
special.
way, before you leave, can you tell the snowman to adjust focus fire because the other motherfucker's running away? That motherfucking nut cruncher. Here is coordinates there, XYZ equals go whatever.
Excellent. I will do that. I kind of like.
So we get on
Yeah,
that.
that's like guys. It's like, yeah. Beep boop boop beep boop boop beep.
You're like, how would a snowman talk? How would a snowman talk? All right. All right, Thoricus,
Okay.
your turn being over, you see as the large nutcracker to the far north of you, the one that ran away, staring at you the entire time, even as his body, walked away in the opposite direction. You see his body finally, after the madness of the spell which made him flee, clears his mind. You see his shoulders turn back around, his like open, weird, flashing white teeth, and you see him go, and his mouth opens like rectangularly like this, and you see this big giant brown nut come out of his mouth. It lands in his hand, and you see, even though his arm is one long piece, you see as it kind of like a catapult just goes and launches this big giant nut, about 5 feet in diameter from its position toward you guys.
Well, you didn't let me finish. I was gonna say, like, after I'm done shouting orders and moving into position, I'm gonna try and like just kind of shimmy into the snow.
Shimmy down. Yeah, unfortunately, you're shimmied. I mean, it's like I said, the shorter characters particularly, it's like pretty easy for you to just be like, well, and you go into the dust, or into the snow, which factors into kind of like the disadvantage that they get when they attack. But he rolled a 2. Let's see if maybe he rolled a 1. I just wanted to see what disadvantage, because we do it. No, he rolled a 4 and a 2, so I am rolling horribly. But yeah, you see as this big giant brown nut just like lands in the snow and stops. All forward momentum of it just lands on the ground. You hear a great thud. It has this massive weight to it. You're like, yeah, that thing probably could have done some real damage. Divot, you specifically, having recently been crushed by a boulder, are just like, you get a little shiver down your spine. The other one, the one that only Thoricus can see to the northeast, follows suit. You see the big giant white teeth and a one more of these massive nuts rolls out of the mouth into his arm. It spins and launches another one of these. Again, it has disadvantage for all the same reasons that you guys. So it gets a 3. That's not good enough. So again, you see another one of these nuts. Brunor, this time you see it coming, and rather than trying to dodge it, you want to just kind of test, like, how strong is this? You brace yourself well, and you're ready to deflect it as it comes down. You just, kind of brace your hand and shovel it off. It hits like a cannonball, though. You're braced for impact, so it doesn't damage you or anything. But this thing, like, if it hit, is a big whammy. And so you kind of brace again. It feels like a big giant rock hits you. All right, that's their turn. Now the Gingerbreadnaughts go. They don't get a save. Divot didn't use concentration. They move forward. So now the ones that were with the giant nutcracker that ran away to the north, the group of Gingerbreadnaughts that was with him advances forward, not being able to see Rial, and again at the edge of their vision as well, just like yours. They are unable to really attack you. The ones to the northeast, Thorcus, you see as they also move forward. Again, you're still kind of so far away that they don't really pose a direct threat to you right away. And the group to the east as well, moving forward. They are closing in on you, Thorcus. You don't like the way this feels, as you kind of look around. It's like, yeah, they're far away now, but if we can't stop before they get here, we'll be dealing with like 3 waves at the same time.
Right, but that's what I was saying, though. Like, the snowmen are gonna bombard the northeast sector.
Yeah, you guys are taking them pretty well.
And then Rial's just gonna lay deep in those hypnotized, kind of like Assassin's Creed style, just blend in with them, and no one's gonna see shit. And then when the ones that aren't hypnotized come around, he's just gonna fucking,
Yeah.
And yeah, Brunor and I are gonna just sweep around when they don't see us, thinking that these 6 from the east are going towards Divot and Tina, and just pincer attack those motherfuckers while Tina lights them up.
Heck yeah.
Hadouken style.
And as you, you're kind of like pondering this battle and what you will do, you see the snowmen, to the south, these 6 of them, they move pretty briskly, and they begin charging at this eastern phalanx. Protect the workshop! Protect the workshop! And you see they move with great grace across the snow as they kind of glide as if they were on skis. And they move much quicker. And as they get into position, you see their little bramble arms just scoop the ground and start throwing snowballs. You see a barrage of snowballs as 6 of these guys attack. Ooh, a crit! There's a crit in there! Ginger or snow.
It's a CRITSmas miracle.
Oh, all right. So yeah, you see quite a few of these dudes get waxed. About 3 of them. You see the front one here on the left there. That one and this one are all just, you see as these snowballs go through them. Again, not like, you would imagine a snowball hitting a piece of gingerbread. These holes, like, shoot through the body. And you see, again, just a mass of this, like, strawberry jam spill out from the holes. You hear the mangled cries of the Gingerbreadnaughts as they fall to the ground, writhing on the ground. And then behind them once more, as the edge of your vision, kind of even Thorcus from your position, you're like, ooh, you see a big, giant snowman, like 20 feet tall, matching the size and height of these nutcrackers, kind of wandering up here to the south. And you see that he kind of glides with the same speed as the little ones. So from nowhere, seemingly, this big 20-foot tall rolling ball of snow with a red sash flapping in the wind slides up, and as it stops into place, it stops, and you just see a bunch of snow kind of scoot in front of it. You see its big bramble arm snatch up 2 giant snowballs and shoot them at the northeast nutcracker. They do have disadvantage. Everybody has disadvantage. One of them hits.
Yeah, fuck them up.
Yeah, they do. They do some pretty decent damage. It's called the BF Snowball.
Wonder what that stands for.
That's
Interesting.
27 damage. Yeah, you see it's this big, massive snowball just just knocks off a corner of this this nutcracker's shoulder. You see the little like tasseled shoulder pad that sits on the jacket just gets blasted off and just disappears into the snow amidst a big wave of this like gray, like oozy pudding that seems to come out of the wound. You see it again. It cries out in great pain, in a voice not quite matching again the tidy officer that you see before you. And that's it. That's the end of the snowman. Tina Smoothhands, you're up.
Okay, let me tell you where I'm at right now.
Where you at?
Let me tell you where I'm at right now.
Where you
So, my feet are
tell me where I'm
planted
at.
in the snow, and I'm not wearing any shoes. My feet are freezing right now. But I'm trying to concentrate on this spell, and I'm trying to concentrate, and I hear Thoricus's voice whipping over the wind, and I want to take his direction, and my head whips right around, and I see these gingerbreadnaughts. Oh, and they're gonna get roasty toasty right now. They're about to get roasty toasty artichokes. That's where I am. But I don't want to drop my concentration.
So you could move if you move forward. Remember, you've got that radius around you, so you could kind of like walk it into them if you were like so inclined to move toward that big line of them. Or you can kind of safely stay where you're at, use your spell defensively, and fire a spell from back there too, whichever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna dig my big ol' halfling feet in the ground, trudging up more snow as I go. But I'm just gonna still be carrying my spirit guardians in front of me, and I'm gonna light them up.
All right. Sacred Flame, fire them up. DC 14.
Mom.
Fail. 10 damage. Which one did you want to strike there, Tina?
Trying to ping, but the bottommost one. in
This
the
guy
triangle.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell me how it happens.
Like I left the cookie in the oven for too long. He's burnt, and then it just lights a flame from starting at the gumdrop button. Oh, it's so toasted and disgusting. It's a sore sight to see. Oh, a poor sad little cookie just left in the oven for too long.
But
Real, you hear that tortured screaming sound of a beast, burning alive just to the direct side of you as the holy searing light from Tina's sacred flame melts him down. You see he just dissolves into a withered charred corpse on the ground next to you.
I just want to say, not that one though, right? Because that was one of the hypnotized ones that.
No, I meant the
Real
ones to
is-
the east, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Boom. That's probably what
It's
I didn't
okay.
see. The bottom one? Or
Yeah.
the closest one?
Oh, the bottom one. The
No,
bottom.
bottom. Boom. Sorry about that.
That was my bad for not describing
There's
it.
been a lot of crits. That's all
Thank
I
you,
got.
Thoricus,
That's all I gotta
Battle
say.
Master.
The Battlemaster. Battlemaster.
Well, I
yeah.
was like, yeah, no, that was one of the ones that's
Yeah.
not fuck with
No,
us.
you're right. Like, why? Yeah, why kill
Don't
that?
try that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I meant the ones to the east. Thank you, Thoricus.
All right.
Yeah.
So sweet. Yeah, that's your. Do you want to kind of stay put, or you do have a?
No,
move?
yeah, I want to drag my heels in the ground and kind of go on the other side of divot here in
Perfect.
front of them to get a little
You
closer.
kind of shift. If they were to kind of keep closing in on you, your radius, you're kind of trying to equally protect all of your allies at the same time. But again, this channeling this river of magical energy through you, this Shantia power, you just feel far more in tune with your magic than you ever did before. As you level up as a cleric and really come to connect with what this relationship means. You didn't spend years studying her like you did, Thurs Dune and texts and things. So your relationship with her is like precursory. You're still kind of feeling her out, but it's all been good so far, And so you're kind of feeling again once more how her power, this raging river inside of you, is able to help protect you and your allies so well.
And she feels so positive and so beautiful, and yet so, I would dare say, jolly in this moment. And I'm filled with that jovial energy. And I step
yeah.
forward
Okay.
the full 20 feet of movement, actually. in this moment. And lightly, I move lightly and happily, and even though I am trudging through the snow, I still move happily.
Yeah, you're rather larger halfling feet, feeling the snowpack just kind of crushing between your toes, giving you a nasty chill. You kind of reposition and move yourself, settling in. You kind of shift yourself. Again, the smaller of you, the wee three from the early days, the smaller of you guys are almost like nipple deep in the snow. So it's like, it's pretty easy for you to kind of just like poke your head down a little bit and it's have a little bit of cover. But again, it's just kind of explained by the disadvantage that everybody has firing at range. But yeah,
Nipple deep.
Nipple deep.
Brunor, if Tina, if you're done, Brunor will be up.
I am done.
Nice.
I'll do it.
Super nice. Cool. Okay, yep. I'm also going to knock into action and follow Thoricus's orders. But it seems like they already are taking a focus on the Nutcracker because they attacked him already.
True that, yes.
So it seems like they already kind of got the picture with Thoricus, so I'm gonna swing around. He said down to the south of him, right?
Well, I did, but I didn't know that we were gonna destroy so many of the 6, like initially, because now there's only 2. Like honestly, I could just wait right here and just take care of that. And you have enough movement. I think you can actually get up closer to where Rial is while he's still hidden and start working on those 4.
Yup. You read my mind. So there we go. I kind of I hop on to Bryman and I will head right over to those gingy boys with Angerel, and I'm ready to take them to, as Thoricus would say, Fucktown.
FTZ.
Indeed.
Fucktown Plaza.
Yes.
In Fucktown proper.
Proper.
All right, so you throwing your axes at these ones here?
No, how far can I get to? I can get right up to them. Wait, no,
yeah, I think you can get right there, so you'd still be kind of far. Yeah, but it's still within hand axe range if you wanted to. Again, you're like, dang, I need a bow. Ugh.
I know. I'm literally. This is yet another reason that. Okay.
You're like on Brian, this would be dope.
I was gonna say, is that within breath weapon range for Brian?
I don't really use that yet because if I use it, like.
You lose it? Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't just I don't think I can just use it all the time.
Yeah, it's just once per rest.
He needs it once per long rest, so I'll, not on a gingy boy.
Well, wouldn't it be an area of effect? Couldn't it potentially affect all of the gingy boys?
It's too far away. It's a 15-foot cone. So if you were able to get a little closer, but the only ones right now that you would only hit one right now with a 15-foot cone. But yeah, if you next round, if you were closer to them, you could probably get most of them with a 15-foot cone.
Excellent. Well, in that case, I'm gonna throw a hand axe at this guy, the guy on the far left there. Wah!
The farthest left one? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So Brunor, a thrill seeker and, a raging, a master of surfing and just really, enjoying the high octane, high thrill. This moment is not lost on you. And you notice as you're flying through the air on this winged beast, Angerel at your side, that calling to just of you and your place, a leader of sorts, the bloodline that runs through you. You feel it just kind of resonating within your core. And you just stand up and jump. You jump in the air, you grab your 2 hand axes and you just throw both of them. And you see Brian just opens his wings and falls back, and then as you drop through the air, he perfectly times and swoops under you, after you've had the throw, and you just continue just blowing, snow to the side as you kind of coast on his wings. But you two are, it's the performance of the spectacle of your guys' travel is not lost even in this moment, and you just kind of use this moment to, savagely launch this hand axe. It does hit, and it does enough damage to kill him, so what do you do?
Fuck yes.
Excellent, yeah. That rips. Okay.
All right, so yeah, all that happens, and then the axe. Like, how does the axe kill him?
Oh, so yeah, the axe is going to, once I throw him, it goes woof, woof, woof. And just the first one hits him right in the head, and the second one actually hits the second one as per I love to do that with my shield, and it just cracks the head open.
Yeah, like
and all that jam, all that Jimmy Jam, strawberry,
And all that jam.
falls out of his head. Yeah.
And all that jam. Indeed. The first axe lodging in the forehead of the Gingerbreadnaught. The second axe acting almost like a hammer driving a spike through a log. It smashes the first hand axe through, splitting his head in twain. And yeah, you successfully hand axe this dreadnought to death.
Cool. Then I gotta go get those.
Could you toss that back? Could you toss it back when you're done? Yeah, if that's the end of your turn, Bruno, Rial will be up.
Yeah, that's I'm ready. I'm ready to continue, and I'm ready for Real to carry this on with something crazy.
Man,
Rial's
I'm
weird
so
shit.
ready with how tubular that moment was. I'm feeling like
He
that
said
fucking
tubular.
ripped.
He said it. He said it. I got tits.
Shaw did. Shaw, he did.
Shaw, thank you.
You're all high on the 5.
I'm gonna navigate sneakily and chillily through these hypnotized bodies,
Yeah.
creep up on this gingerbread man here on the right, and just leap out of the snow with the throat fucker and see what happens.
You move past the incapacitated, the dazed, hypnotic patterned Gingerbreadnaughts with no problem, walking directly through the legs of the one that stood before you. You pop out on the other side and just kind of look up. You can tell he can't see you. Nice 25 AC with the throat fucker. Let's see, did you get a 1 or a 2? No, it was a 4. All right, so you hop up from the snow, and you see the dragon's claw at the edge of your cape. So-called the throat fucker. You kind of lock your finger into it, jump up, hook onto him, and you do kill him. So go ahead and describe how you bring him down.
Can you just...
We're gonna go. I'm popping out of the snow, so we'll vice versa it. We're going throat to throat this time. It's gravity. It's working that way.
So rather
Merry
than
Christmas to your groin.
Yeah, rather than stabbing him in the back like you would an any easy target, you just see such an opportunity. You kind of like run up behind him, hook the throat fucker right where his scrot would be, and then like flip yourself over the back of him, and then drag the throat fucker right up the middle of him. You feel, your elves, you're extremely perceptive. You hear what sounds like ribs cracking as you drag the throat fucker up the mass of this gingerbreadnaught. Cries out. Again, you see the strawberry jam flowing from the wound as you pull throat fucker up with little to no, like resistance. It's not particularly hard to do so. You pull it up. He cries and falls down before you, totally dead, and you kind of land back into the snow, immediately stealthed again.
Like an Arctic fox, just like right in there. You're like, hey.
Is there a rabbit in there?
That's real cute.
Rial, go and give me a new stealth check while Divot, it is your turn.
You get it.
If that's the end. Rial, I'm sorry, did you want to do anything else, or was that where you were posting up?
No, based on Warwick's plan, yeah, if I can have a nice hidey hole over here, yeah, we can kind of take out this little quadrant, whether it's melee or at range, so I'll stay put.
Awesome.
Like just hide under the dead body in snow.
Yeah, pretty easy. In this environment, with so much, just it's so hard to see anyway. You just kind of position yourself down next to this, slaughtered gingerbreadnaught, and around all the other dazed ones that still are just kind of like looking around. Sweet.
Groovy.
19 on your stealth, good enough. Divot, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna run up to behind Thorcus right here, and then I'm gonna cast Shatter on these
Ooh,
guys
actually,
up
Divot,
here.
I'm so sorry. I want to make you aware of something.
Uh-huh.
As you move forward into that position, you see something that you know you would only see because of this vest of eyes that you're wearing. And you see in the shadow at the base of this northeastern nutcracker, you see this figure that you know is invisible. But because of the robe of eyes, you can see it. You kind of focus with all the, you feel all the eyes on the vest, all focus and point at the same direction. And you see this green man. He's got this long, gaunt face and like a green billy goat beard at the base. He has these long brown goat horns, and he's wearing this regal red robe with white cotton puffs at all the seams. His feet are green cloven hooves, and over his back, he has this like patchwork sack slung. It looks to be full of all kinds of objects, to be pressed to the brim. You see down hanging from his belt, he's got this thicket of brambles, like a bunch of sticks all tied together that hangs at his side. You see this strange creature, seemingly the center of the swirling mass of the storm. Almost as if this massive snowstorm that is occurring is coming from him. It's still your turn.
Shit. Okay. Give me a second. Would you say that this creature is humanoid?
Yes. Here, let me see if I can show it to everybody. Is there a gosh darn it. Here, I'll what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put him over by you guys, and then I'm gonna zoom in. But yes, this is what he looks like. Humanoid body, cloven feet.
Oh, I'm zooming.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Little
I'm
bag
looking.
slung over his shoulder. But yes, it is, for those of you familiar with the visage, he's got a Krampus vibe to him.
Got it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make
Wow,
a
you
joke
look
to
good,
help Isaac
guys.
in this
Good
moment.
looking group. Whoa, okay.
Whoa!
I just wanted to help Isaac.
So that thing popping up on my radar like that, like immediately catches my attention. I'm like Mac across the restaurant from Charlie at this thing, like just like. And I cast Hold Person on him.
Ooh, nice. He gets, I'm pretty positive that's a wisdom save. Thank you for yes, wisdom save, DC. I believe, what's your DC, Divot?
16.
All right, that's a pretty hot roll. Let's see what Krampus's wisdom is. He gets, ooh, he doesn't have a great wisdom. So he just gets +0 to this D20. He gets a 9.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah, Grinch.
So from, let's see. Actually, it's your range is only 60 feet. He's actually too far away from you still.
Okay.
Oh.
How much move do I have left?
Let's see. You moved 5, 10, 15. So you still have, what, 30 movement? 5, 10, 15, and then you would be 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, bro. Yeah, if you finish your movement, yeah, go ahead and finish out your movement there. And you're in range of him, even when he's not big, even when he's small. But yeah, so you shoot out Hold Person. Very nice. So yeah, he is paralyzed. You see, he's holding the bag. His frame just locks in place and his body tenses up. Divot, you're holding your hand out, you're just kind of controlling. Again, you feel that surge in Fey magic as you're kind of like bending the world around him to hold him in place with your magic. Your skeleton hand kind of burning with that energy as you augment the space around him. That also gets rid of his invisibility. So, Thoricus, you now see it. the visage of Krampus appears at the base of that northeastern nutcracker, and now you see Divot just like kind of grab him out of invisibility, and now he's like held in place, holding onto this sack.
And this is a concentration spell, so I also lose the control over the other guys.
Correct.
I did not want to be a cotton-headed Denny Muggins and.
No, I want to play it straight.
Yeah, no, correct.
Yeah,
your hypnotic pattern. So yeah, Rial, as you're kind of in the snow. Again, they don't see you because they weren't looking for you, so you're still hidden. With your stealth was good enough, but you do see them kind of like look around. Their weird little candy mouth, just like and they're looking around at you. But yeah, that divot. So that's hold person. That's your move. You got anything else?
No, I'm just like having to dig in real hard to hold this person.
Yeah, you see, it's like he is so powerful that as you're like holding the spell on him, your energy is so intense that you're melting the snow around your feet. So you're like sinking even deeper into the snowpack around you as you're just trying to like hold this very powerful figure in the material world where you guys can see him. You kind of grabbed him out of the ethereal plane, and he's not pumped on that, to be honest. So yeah, Divot, if you're done, Thoricus, you are up.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that we are in the material world.
And you're a material girl.
You know it. No. So okay. The way that I'm looking at the battle map right now, since we're evidently playing chess with each other right now, thankfully the rules of chess don't apply here necessarily, but okay, so
Sugar high.
right.
Sugar slam.
Oh man. So the way I'm looking at it tactically, Tina should move pretty much right to the right side of Divot to be the defense on that side of him while he concentrates, just in case the northeast and southeast units come from that direction. But they are getting bombarded with the snowballs because that's the one that we told them to focus on, which should, now that it's being seen, be the main focus of the snowmen. So Rial and Brunor are up there, but now all of them are aware. So if on the next turn Rial can swing back west and take out those two if possible, because he has the best movement and can also hide amongst the dead bodies, he might be okay there, while Brunner kind of comes in a northeastern fashion and tries to take out those two. Then I will swing just northwest of where I'm at and try to take out those two.
Nice.
Sweet. Does that make sense to everyone?
You see the battle master, calling on his tactical expertise, kind of positioning each of you, letting you know where you'd be strongest suited in this formation that you're building. You see Divot having a hold on this creature. The storm, although still wild and intense, it starts kind of shifting a little bit. The wind doesn't beat just quite as hard, but the storm is still pretty strong. All right, yeah, go ahead and are you attacking these ginger men?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Lucille hungry for some cookies. Nice, 12 AC, that's enough. 7 damage, that's enough. Thoricus, how do you go about handling both?
I'm just going to go ahead and do the next one,
yeah.
too.
Here you go, bro. You got them both.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Merry Christmas. How do you dismantle these gingerbread men?
Well, what I'd like to do is just take the dual ladies and kind of not almost bolo, does that make sense? But throw them so that they're just spinning and take out both of the ankles on both of them so that they just drop to the ground as I'm running up, and put both of my fists through their fucking mouths and I'm like, Merry Fistmas.
Oh,
Oh, man.
he did it!
I cast Fist.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Waricus coming up tough. As described, you see the flying double-sided Blightbringer and Lucille the Fury cutting through the air, sending snow flying in all directions. The force that you're able to throw this thing with. It cuts through their legs, and you jump up, grab it as it roots in the ground, turn back around, cut their legs down a size one more, and you're just like taking little wedges of their legs out. You hear them crying with each swing until they're down close enough where you can just fist the mouth hole of each of these guys, just bringing them down behind you and ripping both of them in half.
Merry
Thorcus,
Christmas to the ground.
the Fury. You are now also covered in the strawberry jam that oozes forth from each of these slice wounds. It's syrupy and thick like molasses, but strangely warm. Again, you see the steam coming off of you as it sticks on you. It's just strange. It's a little odd.
Well, it'll keep us warm in these really cold areas, so maybe everyone should coat up so that we don't look like idiots walking through a town.
Match.
And only 2 of us are covered in it.
So I'll be messy. You're messy, we'll all be messy.
All right, Thorcus, is that it? Are you done? I mean, is that it? Was ripping 2 of them in half all you had to do?
If I still have some movement, am I able to
Yes.
continue on
Yes.
to around there?
Yeah, in 5e you can attack, move, and move, attack, move. As you can use your movement action whenever you want in your turn.
Awesome. And then I would like to bonus action.
Ooh, yes, that's right. Your feet. Ooh, not 24 DC. Well, Thorcus, you just ripped 2 in half. What are you gonna do to this one? And ping which one you want to do this to, also.
Gosh.
He's all shy about it.
Well, no, I guess that one.
All right.
Just because.
Ooh, I zoomed in on him
to
and he's
be
smiling, and it
flying
made it hard for
further
me.
north.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you do to him?
Well, after I get done doing that, and like punching through their mouths and like ripping them apart, and be like, "Oh, there's my bitch," and like just do it again, but like from behind, it's not even looking at me. Chop it down and like run up its back, and then like jump off the back and just pow, like superhero landing, but like through the back of its head.
Yes, you
And as it falls
absolutely.
on top of me, just fucking get that shit off of me.
You exactly as described. You land. As you come down, you feel the storm kind of blowing even you in the air. You kind of land, and your fist punches right through the back of this gingerbread head. And Thorcus,
I
for a
just want,
strange
like,
moment.
where I land to be where the girls are.
Just drive
as I
all
come
the way
in, like,
through.
I just catch right where it lands.
You push your fist, from throat back to scrot. We flipped it again now. And you push through, again, just basically punching this thing in half. And as the 2 halves of the gingerbread just like fall in the snow, you look down on your knuckles, and there's this weird, like an illusion a bit. And you swear you're looking at brain on your hand. And then kind of like the storm blows past it again, and you look down, and it's just some of the frosting from the gingerbread man. You're just like, weird. So yeah, I mean, killing 3 of them was pretty awesome. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I'm all done.
All right. You see the northernmost Nutcracker moves his 20 feet, again, not enough to get close to you guys in range. And you see once more the kind of like terrifying, lifeless eyes and teeth as the mouth opens. And you see one of these big, giant 5 feet nuts roll out. The nut drops into the arm, and again you see it and just throw it in the air. Dice is gonna decide who he's slinging this at. Brunor, he's trying to throw it at you and Brian. Probably good. You guys have the better of the ACs. And and if I was better at this, it would have happened faster. Here we go.
What the fuck?
Oh, Merry Christmas!
Not the old nut, bro. Ah.
Oof. I hate
Merry
Brenna
fucking
Folger.
Christmas!
Feliz Navidad.
Brunor!
Come all you faithful.
Brunor.
Where's the rest?
What?
You take 53 damage.
What?
Ooh.
I'm not frozen. I'm like my mouth was agape for that long.
I mean, it's a crit and it's a giant. I said it was a whammy. Remember, there was like the cannon, there was like all the. How many hit points do you have, Brunor?
I have 57.
So you're
Do
still
you have
up.
some temporary ones for me too?
Yes.
Those got taken away. I already lost them.
Oh, right, from the candy cane in the side.
You have 57 or 47?
57.
Oh, so you're still up. Yeah. You just take a giant
No
nut
big deal.
to the chin. You see this hurling mass, again, just kind of like a catapult launching this in the air. And you kind of try to brace yourself, but this time not being rooted to the ground, not at the same tactical advantage. It just drives into you, and you feel like the bone in your elbow just like crack a little bit as you do manage to block it, but it just destroys like one of your ribs a little bit, your wrist, your elbow, and you feel the bones just not break, but there's probably a couple good fractures in there.
Shit, sandwich.
The other nutcracker goes. He's actually firing at the other giant snowman that just tuned him up. So sorry again, we're doing it again, even though it just happened. Not right.
What the
Oh my god!
Oh my god, dropping bombs.
Oh.
Ruthless.
Mazel tov.
Alright, roll 20. They were like, alright, another nut throw crit. This is fun to say too. This on our giant snowman friend. This one does 56 damage.
Didn't even get to know the snowman. Shit.
Alright.
Hey, we're defending the workshop. It's fine.
You see
It's fine.
You see the giant, the nutcracker once more open his mouth. The nut falls out of the arm, launching like a catapult. You hear it whirring through the air, so powerful. And you watch as it plummets through and just blows a hole directly through the chest of the big giant snowman to the south. You watch as the middle section falls apart and the top circular head falls and rolls on the snow. You see one of the nearby snowmen walk over, and he takes his little stick hands and he picks up the big circular head. And you see as one salty tear starts to melt a little bit of the snow away on the snowman's face as he holds this big giant snowman's head in his hands. That's the end of their turn. The Gingerbreadnaughts are gonna go, and they're gonna keep on rolling forward like that. Boom. That doesn't get them close enough to Tina there. They don't get close enough to Divot to do anything of note. Thorkiss, that one is obviously gonna attack you. He was just like, you just killed every gingerbread man I've ever known. All right, Thorkiss, make a dexterity DC 10, not a super hard one, dexterity saving throw. You see this gingerbread turns and looks at you, and his mouth, he's like, "Ah!" And you see like the circular candy mouth kind of gets sharp and pointed as you see the swirling breath of cotton candy forming in his mouth. This big cone of cotton candy spray burns at you. It feels like cutting ice across your skin. You pass the save, so you only take 5 cold damage. The cutting shards of frozen cotton candy slice your skin.
I only have 3 temporary hit points, you motherfuckers.
The other 2,
That moves.
they don't see dude. Yeah, they're doing the same thing, Thorcus. They're like, yeah, let's avenge our friend. Get him! You see, they charge. And this time, going in the candy cane. You see him swing, both of them with their giant, large candy cane. 17 AC, does that hit you, Thorcus?
That one does.
All right, so the second one misses. You manage to deflect it. But the first one manages to cut its way through. You take 7 damage, 2 cold, 5 blunt piercing. But yeah, he manages to feint and stab you with the candy cane. Again, it just kind of breaks off in you as he pulls it back and just continues kind of swinging wildly at you. But that's all the Gingerbreadnaughts. Tina Smooth Hands, you're up.
Yeah. Over the whipping wind, I hear Thoricus's actions and words to move forward, and I listen to him, but I also hear Brunor in need, so before I move forward, I whip around, still oddly filled with this jovial energy and spirit, and I send a healing word in Brunor's direction.
Nice.
I'm so sorry. Would I have a reaction capability for them attacking me?
If they missed, yeah, if you wanted to use one of your maneuvers.
Well, I was gonna say they could hit or miss, and I could use either maneuver.
They both, one hit, one missed. Yeah, you have 1 reaction still.
But that's what I'm saying. So I could technically do either one.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry, Tina. I didn't want to.
Yeah, no,
But I
use
was
your
like, I don't
abilities.
wanna-
There's a lot of these dudes.
Right. I'm like, I don't want to go way past it and then have it.
But the
make
healing
no
word,
sense.
that all still happened. Yeah, totally. Brunor, you
Yeah.
get 7
Okay.
from the bonus
Sorry, I
action.
don't want-
Go ahead and use your
Okay,
maneuver.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna. Oh, God dang it! I can't see shit. Oh, I guess I could just. Can you guys read that?
Yes.
So the one that missed.
Yep, you can use your reaction and then use a superiority dice to make a melee attack. If you hit with it, you add your superior dice roll to the damage.
Okay, and
So that's an
we
extra
figured
D8.
out that my superiority dice
D8.
are D8s. Yes. Of course, I put the initiative thing over my.
Yeah, no, like, and you can choose which side of the axe you want to use, really, in this. It's whichever you prefer. So yeah, you'll do an additional 4 damage if you end up hitting. Again, they only have a 12 AC. And you have advantage because Rial's within 5 feet.
Ooh.
So now I have to roll
An attack.
just a regular attack.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then you'll add 4 to the damage. Lucille, 23 AC, that's definitely enough. Yeah, no, for 14 damage is more than enough. What do you do to this one, man? You are a gingerbread machine.
Well, yeah. Once it takes that swing at me, the other one hits me. I'm like, hold on a sec, I'll be right with you. And I turn to the other one, I just start fucking shredding that thing apart.
You just spin the axe in front of you. Not even so much attacking, but just kind of getting as fast a spin as you can. And each swing just chops it down to size. You hear the gurgling cries of its death as it turns into a puddle of this strawberry jam at your feet. It's covering you now. You feel the warmth of this strange stuff like dripping down into the cracks of your boots, starting to tickle at the back of your calves as the snow and just like all this like being covered and at this point of carnage around you. The snow within 10 feet of all directions of you right now is stained red with this strawberry jam.
Oh yeah, I've got that bloodlust, baby. Like I'm warblind right now. I'm just looking at.
So yeah, that's another down. Tina, you bust your bonus action healing word. Nice. That doesn't require concentration, so you can still hold up your spell, and you've got a move and your action still.
Yeah, and I'm still holding this jovial energy and spirit as I move forward with that same somewhat bloodlusty energy, and I'm doing a little 1-2 step, 1-2 step, 1-2 3, 1-2 3 as I move forward, and I'm gonna move forward my full 20 squares of movement, but this Feywild magic weirdness energy around me sort of has me in a weird chaotic mood, and I am leaning into the destruction of these gingerbread men.
Both of them fail their save to your spell, and so that it does full damage if you want to do your spiritual guardians. You know, the mistletoe, that bounty, that kind of wrathful joy that you're feeling right now as you just kind of like are consumed by this power that's swirling around you. You move forward and you see like the mistletoe once more, like ninja stars just dicing through the gingerbread skin of these Gingerbreadnaughts.
Yeah, and they also sort of like wrap around them, like poison ivy creeping up around them, and almost like rope bondage strangulate them and crumble them.
Yeah, what's the damage on that? Just so, because you might kill them both. They only have 5 hit points.
What do I need to roll?
Your spiritual guardians. 15 damage.
15.
You eviscerate him.
Damn.
9.
Ginger dead. I'm so sorry. Not my best, not my finest moment. So you mow down those two. And that's really just with your move. So you can still cast a cantrip. You casted a bonus action spell, so you can still cast a cantrip if you wanted to, torch up someone else.
Yeah, I have these, there's those ginger, soon-to-be dead men about to get roasty-toasted over here on the side of me, so I'll go ahead and cast some Sacred Flame and light them up.
Nice. You shoot the arc. You're like, all right, this time there's not going to be a giant snowball that knocks it off course.
I got it.
No, it works. Yeah. Which one did you want to hit of this little formation here?
The bottom left.
Boom. All right. Yes, your Sacred Flame. You see that searing light for once not being deflected by a massive snowball. Landing troops just lighting up. Everybody around it kind of sees as the sparking, radiant light from the spell burning the gingerbread skin. You see the glow, and you can make out the 3 enemies. If some of you hadn't been able to see them to this point, you now can. So yes, there are only 3 there.
Yeah, and I just want to sort of lower my hands in a ballet position, because I'm still remembering those dances that I had toured with my father before, and I'm still retaining this upright, jovial energy in the face of carnage. I'm so happy to be slaughtering right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I return to home
Rose
base.
does die.
And that'll do it.
Awesome. So Brunor, you're up. After just getting wrecked by a big giant brown nut thrown by a giant nutcracker. That old chestnut.
I did get riggedy wrecked. That's correct. My dex got wrecked. Holy crap. Cool. Thank you.
Sorry to make you relive that.
It's okay. Great. Well, I think I want to use, because I didn't use my second wind during our rest, I think I'm going to do that as my bonus action. To give myself, what?
Get them HP. Yeah, it's a D10 and then plus your fire level, which is 7. So just roll a D10.
Come on, Max. Let's go, Max.
I always roll 1s on my second win. I'm not gonna lie. This was like my bane in roll 20. Was every second win. Nice, a 7. See, you put me to shame.
A 7.
Roll 20 was like, you don't know me. Yeah, so 14. That's a nice second
Yay.
win.
Fuck yes. You smart. Says
Okay,
smart.
excellent. Everyone gets to live to see another day.
Oh yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
That-
yeah.
Cool. Woo! Yes, hell y'all.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So I can kind of feel some of my bones not puncturing into my lungs anymore. That feels good. Feels nice.
It's good. Good.
Yeah, I like that, and I'm gonna attack. I want to attack now because now I'm mad.
Mm-hmm.
Boo me, mad.
Yeah, you can
boo,
get to all
mad.
of the. Actually, one of
Get
these.
it, Daddy.
Thoricus killed one of these. I'm sorry. It's so hard to keep track of how many of these Thoricus has killed. There are only 2 left right there.
Yes.
But yeah, you can hit both of them.
Oh, this guy. Cool. Yes, I'm gonna get one with those swing with the 12.
That's good enough.
And
Remember,
9
hashtag
damage.
good enough.
Yes, nice. Good enough.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
And with 9 sloshing, I know I'm gonna murder him.
Merc.
So I'll swing my second, just see if I can hit this guy with a 17. I sure do, and 10 slashing damage. I sure do. So this is what I want to do.
Yeah, let's
okay?
do it. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, you guys. Okay.
Take us
So-
there. Take us there.
I got hit real hard, right? Like my confidence is shattered, as were my ribs. And then I got helped from my girl Tina. She helped me out. She helped some things heal back up. I used my second wind, felt that encouragement. I did all this while watching Thoricus just rain blood, just jam. He jammed on everybody. He just jammed all over the place.
Rage.
And then just crunched, and I thought to myself, Brunor, you want to murder with Thoricus. That's your bud right there, you know? And he shouldn't get to murder by himself.
No.
Not your brother in arms.
No.
Not El Capitan. So
Yeah.
I went with the second wind. And that's when I grabbed out Angerel with the glowy swish swash blade, and I was like, "Hoo!" And I went like 2 both ways. I went swing from throat to scrot, and then bing bang down from scrot to throat. Wah 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 wah. Like,
Brian,
horrible.
yeah, tosses you in the air. You know, from one you go low to high, and then he kind of kick flips you one side. You ride back down the other side, dragging Angerel from throat to scrot. And yeah, you manage to, while still flying in the air on the back of Brian the Dracodile, murk these 2 gingerbread men.
And that's it's like a gift. It's a gift to you, Thoricus.
You guys see, like the, like I said, you're about knee deep in this thick, sloshy snow at this point. The snow half covered with this hot, sticky, syrupy red fluid that just kind of like so hot that it's starting to melt the snow that it sits on, and you see kind of the banks around you kind of melting down. You look up at this big, giant nutcracker in front of you, and Rial, you're just kind of like, even as you've been hidden under the snow, it's just kind of oozed its way onto you. You know, there's no way away from it, just the sheer carnage that's gone on behind you. And so you kind of step forward from the snowdrift, a mere 15 feet away from this giant 20-foot nutcracker. What do you do?
I shoot it in the face. Shoot it right in its own nut hole.
That is a great place to shoot things, right in the face.
In the nut hole.
Right in the nut
To the
hole.
wall.
Right in his filthy nut hole. So let's see here. You are attacking from stealth. So you get advantage, bro. That's crit. Oh! Good God, this has got to be a record, bro.
Whoa, crit.
Me too. We play along in the studio.
Hi.
We play along in the studio.
You
All right, Ria, you crush the. You bring out the Daughter of Ash. Knock up one of your arrows and just launch it true right through. You see as the teeth kind of spread just the smallest gap, so fine is your aim that you're able to shoot it right through. Goes through the open mouth, dealing 12 plus your sneak attack damage. It's double
Okay.
dice!
Let me...
Dude, it's double your sneak attack damage too. Double dice.
Oh!
God damn. God jam.
Dang. So roll another 4d6, and we'll
Another
add.
one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
And another one.
All right, not as hot on the second one, but yeah, roll 20. Did you get so 12 plus 17 is 29, 39 damage. Oh my
All right.
gosh, it is not dead, and you know what? I'm letting you know, it's at 1.
Oh man!
You got any other like weird extra reasons to do 1 more point of damage?
Oh,
No,
I don't
see?
think I fucking do.
Yeah, DMs, we don't fudge, bro. I could have given it to you. But yes, he is at 1. And he has this giant arrow that's just lodged in, inside wherever the shadow behind its little double scary pearl-colored teeth are. Big damage, no whammy, bro. Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Whew. Did you want to do anything else, or if not, it's Divot's turn.
It can
Yeah, I
just
would,
take
but,
1 more damage out of embarrassment.
I was gonna say, would I be willing, or would I be able to sacrifice my inspiration point to be like, bro, you can finish that finish him. You know what I mean? And like, would that give him enough to just?
For an inspiration point, yeah, you know how Papa loves his narrative moments. Yeah, if you want for 1 damage, you know what I'm saying? Like for 1 damage, what?
I'm saying.
What would I? Who would I? What kind of killjoy on Christmas? On Christmas?
Think of the children.
Thoricus, the only condition is that you describe something so dope that that I spit out my water. Go ahead.
All right. So, as he, so he shot him directly in the nut hole, right? So it went right into his open mouth, right past the nuts that he'd already eaten that day, and straight into his throat hole. So as he ran up and did that and shot perfectly, he's gonna be like, okay, I got this. And as the guy's like, I'm choking on these nuts and this arrow and whatnot, be like, okay. So he just like runs up his like backwards falling body and like takes the throat fucker, puts it in one eye, takes the fucking scimitar, the rapier, and shoves it in the other eye, and just like teabags him as he fucking like brings him to the ground.
Heck yeah, bro.
Women in there, Brent.
Woo, yeah.
I'm wet.
Ooh, that's what inspiration points are for, baby.
Wow, I think.
Woo! Heck yeah, bro.
That'll
That
do.
is exactly what happens.
Wow.
You see as the giant nutcracker is rendered in half, the strange gray ooze that pours from its wounds as opposed to the strawberry-colored jam that comes out of the dreadnoughts. You see just dripping from the belt that's cinched around its waist. It is cut in twain and the top half falls, the bottom half still standing in the snow. A great pool of this gray ooze all around it. You hear the other nutcracker let out this horrible cry, just... No! And that's where we're gonna pick it up next time, guys.
Damn it!
All right. Look it. All right. I'm this is a DM moment with you guys. This is what happens every time I have ever tried to write a one shot. This is not their fault in any way. This is I don't believe in one shots. I just don't. I can never make them happen, especially in a 2-hour format. Why would we? This has been fantastic. So yeah, we will definitely be resolving this fantastic little world. And you know what? 2020, bro. I could use. What do you guys want to do? Christmas one more week? I say we do. More Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, this is the point where, if you're paying attention in chat, we will be announcing the winner of the $25 Amazon gift card. Merry Christmas from us to you guys. We love you so much for just spending your very valuable time with us. I love you guys. I love my players. I love the buds. This freaking thing I love. This is the happiest I've been all Christmas. To be totally honest, I just fucking love doing this stuff. So, thank you guys so much. We Heck, man, we got a little ritual we like to do around here. Maybe you've heard about it, maybe you haven't. But take one of these lighters. Again, my little festive green guy here. Make sure you're not going to light anybody, and friends, family, household, pets on fire, and go. Lighters up. Lighters up. Thanks for playing D&D with us, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We fucking love you guys. Have a great night. You're simply the best. The better than all the best.
Simply the best. Oh my god.
Cheers. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Delicious everything. Great order.
So what? You can't touch me, because I'm from the internet.